On the ones and twos, on the ones and twos.
Yo.
Yeah.
Turn this ringer off.
You can't tell me I ain't fly.
Yo.
How y'all doing?
I'm good.
I'm straight.
I'm good.
I'm good.
What the fuck?
They went with that one right there.
Yes, they did. They walked on it. Gucci.
Hey.
Oh, all right. My bad.
Nah, you got it.
Word.
You got it. Hey, what it is? How y'all doing? Y'all quiet? Hold up.
We was
Turn my
waiting
thing
for
up.
Cash to freestyle.
Oh, damn.
You be waiting. You be waiting.
My bad. I forgot Cass was supposed to freestyle.
No, you didn't.
Come on, man. Get it in, man. That's the tradition now.
Oh, no.
Nah.
No.
Damn, man. Come on.
Strong no, sir.
All right. Well,
Happy Saturday.
I guess one and done.
One and done.
I guess one and done.
Like most NBA players these days.
I'm not going there.
Hey,
Not touching that.
I feel it.
Hey.
You can't tell me I ain't fly. Ah. What's up, Taz? I ain't seen you in a minute.
What it do?
It's been a minute.
I know.
I know. So this is not the first time in New Year's. Just missed last week, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just last week, but it felt forever, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
My life ain't changed. I'm still with kids. Like, that's my world.
What's up, Shanni?
What's cracking?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Looking like you feeling nice over there.
I feel good. I feel great.
Yeah.
How are y'all?
Awesome.
What up, Cash? Where you been?
Away.
I know.
That's where I've been.
I know. Where you been? What you been doing?
Shit, away. Getting it together, man. Working on some things.
Working on some things.
Yeah, working on some things.
Got some things around the corner.
Got some things in the works.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
And yourself?
Hey,
You been here?
I had a baby COVID scare early this week.
They go
I'm
around nowadays.
good.
Part of
I'm
life.
good. But, that's the thing now.
Anxiety is the worst part. You get sick of your
You're
head.
like, hold up, man. What's going on?
Yeah. That's what I didn't like. The anxiety.
Yeah. Everything good, though?
As it should
good,
be.
though?
Good.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Negative test for everybody.
All right, let me introduce right quick. You have now tapped into the Deez Ninjas Podcast, and we're so glad.
So glad.
So glad that you came to kick with us. I am Club Dynamite, the coolest ninja you know. I'm here with my ninja and some ninjets.
What up?
What up, Vern?
What up? What up? What up?
Taz?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Shanni Love?
What's poppin'?
What it do? Back with you. Keep going, gang. Hashtag. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Really? What is this arm thing? You taking it back to the 80s?
You know what I'm saying? I'm on hip-hop shit today.
You see that?
Feel me? That's how they used to do it. They used to pose it. Oh.
Yeah.
That was cold out there. They didn't have no jackets on.
They like, Bird.
That's
that was
what it
Bird.
is.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh, that keep that Gucci theme going.
That
Bird.
New York streets was cold in them poses.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to be back with y'all.
I'm glad that you don't have COVID.
I am too. I am too.
19?
I know someone that does, though. So shout out to them. Hope you get better.
Get well.
Okay. Also, I want to shout out to Vacation Barb. Shout out to Nikki Savage.
Nikki.
Right quick. You feel me?
Shout out.
Yeah. How's everybody week, though? Besides me with COVID scare. Anybody do anything special?
No.
Work.
Subbing.
No.
Right.
It's been a very uneventful couple weeks, right?
It was a great week. I was reminded that gentlemen still exist, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Put that in the air just so, give the fellas a little love that's showing a little love. Feel me? Yeah? All right. We don't hear much shout out to that, so I can appreciate it.
Don't start that.
You don't.
Do not start that.
I'm not even just saying you don't. That's why she said it. Right? No?
I gotta agree with him on this one, and I don't like agreeing with him at all. He right. I give credit where credit is due, so I guess that's why I say I don't.
Okay, well,
but that's regular for me.
Yeah.
And in my space of people, we give credit where credit's due.
in my space of people.
Yes.
Hashtag outside that space. You know how it be going down.
Wait, I'm not going
There's a lot of bashing on both sides of the aisle.
And that's what I was going. You know what? High five. Because that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to both sides.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of gender wars going on in a space where we can't be divided on anything.
We don't need to be fighting. We need to be loving each other.
Naked.
See, he always go all the way left when we be like right in the middle.
Hey, no, I'm with that too.
When you love each other naked, then you have even more to build on.
Yeah.
You can be loving naked one person, Taz.
Naked is honest.
He's not trying to whore you out, just one person.
Yeah. I remember if you
Taz right now is solely focused on health and then wealth. Anything else.
Hey, Venus, you have a contender.
Nah, because I'm there's a difference. She is straight bitch. She's a straight virgin. I said none of those things.
We don't even know why Venus is a virgin like that. Like, what's she doing? She like, man, this thing is gonna fly trap somebody when they get a hold of it. Like by now,
she gonna sell it as an NFT.
I ain't doing this with you.
I ain't rolling with you right now.
That's what she doing. She gonna sell that shit as an NFT.
She gonna sell it as an NFT. It's gonna be in the metaverse, popping that thing,
popping it. Trust me.
I mean, you know,
they're gonna be selling that Venus thing all around the NFTs. All around the
maybe
metaverse.
She's just not sex interested. I've read something about that. Sometimes the wires don't connect. Just don't have no drive, no libido.
Cool. And it also could be that her focus has been so hard somewhere else. It ain't really,
ain't that much focus in the world.
For some people, it is. Let me say something. I don't necessarily go into the world going, I'm about to be like on no sex. But when my focus is elsewhere, you might look up and be like, damn, has it been that long? Because that ain't been, now when I'm just sitting and I ain't got shit going on in my life, then that might come to me a lot quicker than when I actually got shit going on.
No, it's going to come to me about 11:30. It's going to come to me.
Nah.
It's easy to get distracted.
Oh, see, not for me. Not for me.
Once I wind down a little bit, I'm like,
When we go on droughts, I'm not saying it should be singularly like your aim, but some people are just not fucking. I believe most people that ain't having sex are people that don't have nobody.
It's a healthy part of life. It's healthy for
I believe most people having sex.
It's healthy for your psyche.
Are having sex because they're able to have sex. I mean, some people make good choices, so they're not having sex.
It's healthy for you emotionally,
and
it is healthy for you psychologically. It gives off hormones that are good for
all
yourself.
That I think is dependent on other factors.
That is good. No, it's good for all those things.
No, I think it's still dependent on other factors.
Even booty calls, all that shit still happens.
So but sometimes I need to protect my
It's the science.
And that's why I said it's dependent on other factors, because sometimes dick is not that good if it's going to interrupt my peace. I'll choose.
Well, we're not talking about your piece right now. We're just talking about the actual part.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
We're talking about the science right now.
We're talking about the good part.
No, because even with the good part, it could go away real quick.
That's always.
So it makes it a waste.
Then be like,
always the case.
Be like, I'm out of here. I'll do it again.
Ladies.
So real quick, y'all ain't never been in those situations where it was just like, okay, she got some good, but do I even really want to deal with this bitch today?
I'm not about to. Of course. But you know what?
Okay, so that's what we're saying.
No, we understand that.
No doubt.
But do you understand that that's always and forever will always be the case? Because we're people. There's like, even when it appears one way, it can always go left. That's the thrill. That's the roller coaster.
That's why I said it's dependent. Everybody don't want that thrill. I got way too much going on in my life.
I feel you.
For the extra BS.
But I'm just saying that's almost.
And sometimes more than not,
it's just
in my mind now.
No, I don't think. Well, there are some people that like the extra BS. They just need that.
I'm not saying
in their life, but people that don't, speaking, everybody would prefer that without the extra BS.
I'm not saying the BS. I'm just saying there's always a possibility of said BS.
Yeah,
that's all.
Like that's crazy. Like of course, everybody wants it where the fucking sex is good and the relationship is good and you ain't gotta have no extra thing. Yeah, that's ideal.
I'm pro all that. All I'm saying there's 100% true that there's always the possibility that the shit goes left. We're all here. We're all adults. We know this to be true.
Right, and
that's all I'm saying.
Because you're dealing with people.
I did not disagree with you. I was just saying that I feel
beings.
a lot of times where it goes left, you just be like, fuck, it didn't have to go left. We could have just did what we did and been good.
Of course.
Like, bruh.
Yeah, but that can get communicated on the front end. Like, hey, you don't have to make this all deep. I mean, we can do what we doing. Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be, it could be communicated. That's usually the fucking the weak link in the chain
is the communication.
Talk, right, and understand and comprehend. You know?
the comprehending is very necessary for communication, for good communication.
Oh, there are layers.
Because if somebody's not really trying to understand what you're saying.
But it also depends on the aim of the said communication. Some people only communicating to be right. And then they shit just lay it out like a real fucking tactical argument. Some people are fucking the victims. They're not even communicating to really get their point across. They're just trying to listen. Yeah, well, it's layers, you know?
If you're not standing up for yourself and you get ran over, it's
a lot of shit to it. That's why the shit's so complicated, but it is what it is.
That's a whole different animal. Ow. Whole different animal.
He said animal. I said,
I ain't doing this with you.
Yeah, that animal.
I ain't doing that today.
I mean, whole different thing.
Oh, well then.
Okay, what happened in the world this week?
Nothing.
Let's see.
I was at work.
Oh, okay. Today, it appears.
It does.
It appears there has not been an announcement, but all the people who make announcements and know all the stuff when announcements are getting made are saying that Tom Brady, after 22 years, is retiring from football.
Yep.
I hope so.
I'm
ready
you.
To see him.
Yeah, I know. Division nightmare for years.
I hate him.
It seemed like he was kind of the writing was on the wall. He kind of was leading that way from all this post-loss commentary.
No, it sounded different. He was like kind of talking about like, I'm gonna see what the wife and the kids is talking about. It was a little different this time. I can't stand him, but he's like he's the most accomplished damn football player ever.
Why can't you stand him?
Because the team that I support, he has made sure, like it seems like almost personally, he has put dents in our success. He has stopped us from having more success. That's why.
And he's on the opposing team?
Yes.
Yeah, there's in the same division. So it sounds
like you're a hater.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the sports world, yes, he's definitely hating.
Yeah, I'm a sports hater.
Because the man is good at what he does.
He is good at what he does. Excellent. He's excellent. Great at what he does.
The best to ever do it.
And he's also had teams that were excellent, too.
So I just got one question, though. This ain't the first time there's been the rumor of him retiring, right?
No, this is actually the first time that it's actually come. What it is he's actually been around for so long. People are like, you going to retire? And he's been like, no, I'm going to play till I'm like 50. And they like, no, you can't play till you're 50. That's crazy.
And he kept coming back.
Even at the age that he is now, he's already defied the odds like for about 4 years, right? So he's been saying like 45. Well, he's 44.
That's why I said time to bring it
off. But his wife has been on him like publicly.
Time to bring it in.
Since at least like 2014. Like, come on, man. All right. Like, you done did enough. Come on. I miss you. Your family. She been on that.
He got enough money. Shit.
Right? I mean, she's the biggest model in the world. On top of that. So, he's been highly paid. But he actually, most of his career took pay cuts so that he could have a better team. Because he has the...
Sounds like a good guy.
I can't stand him.
The nigga like football.
I can't... Oh, he's a football addict. Like right now, I don't know. He don't know what he's going to do right now.
Yeah,
they made him stop.
He depressed.
He didn't want to stop.
He went home and she was like...
He didn't want to stop. Giselle been like, hey, you better...
What do you do, coaching?
He ain't gonna be able to do shit. He had to stay home.
Look, it's weird. It is... you don't usually see players that are like get to the highest caliber make good coaches. Because they're usually either so demanding or so were overly talented versus who they were playing against that it's hard to get that out of like the common player. So the people that they have to read.
Most coaches be the weak players.
Coaches be the players a lot of times that would like moderate. They know all the stuff you're supposed to do, like all the techniques.
But they couldn't do it.
But they just,
So you think he's going to take more of the Sports Center route?
He ain't going to go home.
He got
to go home.
We probably won't see that much from him except for
maybe podcast a little shit he do on his own.
We probably won't see that much from him. He may pop up on TV sometime. It's gonna be like a big deal. But he's not gonna be on like every week.
He played long enough. He gotta go home. He gotta come inside. He gotta go in the house.
Only quarterback that's retired recently that was as big as him.
The
It's
nigga
close
was,
to maybe Peyton Manning.
Listen.
And he disappeared for a couple years and he popped up.
Maybe that's why I
like
confused him.
doing something like that they made especially for him.
Let me
But
tell you
he's
how long
always
he been playing.
He's always been good in the media though.
Nigga was 20 years older than the other quarterback he was playing against like 3 or 4 times this year.
Well, he's 44. You know what I mean? The average football player coming in is like 21.
Oh, I know who his wife is. I'm sorry, I have to go look it up.
Giselle.
Yeah.
We know you wouldn't know otherwise.
Outside of I don't really follow models like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if you said Iman, I'd go okay. If you said Tyra, I'd go okay.
Of course you would.
But if you could name a whole lot of other ones that if I had to see their face to go, oh, I know who you're talking about. Because that ain't my thing.
I wonder what they all have in common.
Shut the hell up.
I will.
Well, he hasn't announced it, so he might pop up and be like, nah, I want that other year. Because it's been reported. But it came out today like breaking news. Everybody, so somebody knows something.
I don't think it looked good for the kid. I think it's up.
I mean, he played great this year. When you say...
Not that. I think it's time. I think she reeling him in. I think it's time.
I mean, yeah. Clearly, something.
But yeah, he had the greatest I ever seen as far as
No,
statistically.
dude is, like I said, I respect him even though he's broken my team's heart like for years and years and years, but he's got more Super Bowls than any other
Your team
team.
need to step their game up there.
Hey, no, look, peep game. This is what it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because don't just be talking, all right? This got more Super Bowls than all the rest of the teams.
Yeah.
You know what
Now
I'm
that
saying?
I do know. So the other teams need to step their game up. Now different niggas gonna be winning because Tom Brady gonna sit down.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's sad. Y'all should have stepped y'all game up. Y'all letting a 44-year-old
All right, look, they
put
not.
the smack down.
Hey, look, I've been nice and ain't calling out the cheating. All right, look, we're not gonna. He got cheating.
He got that foot.
Speak
that,
on
a lot of- he got- I'm down 'cause today
deflated
is the day
football
to-
thing, right?
Today is the day
Yeah,
to
come on. We
respect
got more
his
than one
career.
allegation.
Tom, if you ever hear this, don't quit. Don't do it.
They cheat. They
Today is
got
the day to respect his career. So
They
I'm
got
not even
mud on
going
their
there. But don't be
jersey.
out here doing what they be doing on TV.
They do got mud on their jerseys. As an organization, he's been part of.
Trying to give him his flowers. Don't be
Yeah.
out here.
But that was, shout out to TB12, my nigga.
Yeah, I think it's finally over. I don't think he's going to pull a Brett Favre and keep coming out. I don't
Oh,
think.
I could have been confusing him with him too. That's why I guess why I said
look,
I've
now-
heard something
now,
about
if you heard
retirement
that, look,
before.
now him, look,
And
he
then
was-
they didn't retire.
He was every year. He did it.
Okay.
He did it for like 5 years.
Okay. See, I knew I wasn't that. I told you, at least I'm honest. I'm not a football person.
Yeah.
I will watch it if I'm around a bunch of people who are watching it, and I know the
look,
basics.
Peep
That's
game.
it.
I know that because we were watching the game here and you called out something. I'm like, oh, she know what's going on.
Yeah, I know the basics, but that just ain't my sport. And at least I'm
Basketball,
honest.
young
About it.
B-ball.
I do. That's why even though y'all been having this, like, I'm like the fact they about to have the third OT. I'm just like, oh, they do that shit now?
Yeah, go.
I
And
fuck with
basketball keeps going.
too. But
I do. I prefer basketball over football.
my
That's
football
just me.
team's still running around, so we there.
Hey, all right, before we get off of football,
My bad.
it's the playoffs. We're in LA. LA team playing. Cash is not supporting that team.
I am
He
not.
is supporting the team in the Bay.
I sure am.
But it's going down in LA
Been that
tomorrow.
way for over 20
Do you
years.
want to know who Taz is supporting?
The Niners.
Who is Taz supporting?
Neither. I could really care less.
Man,
Oh, the
get
Super
outta
Bowl is
here.
tomorrow?
I could really
No,
care
the
less.
NFC
NFC
Championship.
Oh,
So the game to see who's going to the Super Bowl.
that's how much I don't.
The
Well,
Super
what I
Bowl
will
will be
say-
in LA though.
Well, that I do
Yeah,
know.
and I will say,
It's just
In
that it's just
Inglewood,
that
right?
LA is still in it right now. The Rams are still in it. Yeah.
I noticed last weekend, and I did bring that to my mother's attention, who does not watch it either,
Right.
that no matter what, there will be a California team
in
the Super Bowl with the
No
Super
matter
Bowl
what.
being in California. So I think that's
Not
kind
just
of
in
dope.
California.
I know it's in LA, but you get my point.
All right.
You get
I
my
get
point.
your point, and we'll be here
Yeah.
rocking.
I mean, look, low
It's
key,
just gonna be
not
part
even
of
low
the
key,
hard
high
work,
key.
'cause you know I ain't
high key,
trying to watch.
high key. 49ers been beating the Rams for
I did
like the
hear
last
that in the news.
5 years.
I
They've
heard
been
that in the news.
straight.
yeah, they've been spanking them.
But it ain't
So-
like that. But it's been good. I'm
But
not cocky. I'm confident.
Both
but
teams
not
are
that
good. It should be a
confident.
good game tomorrow.
It should be. Championship weekend.
Yeah. having a
Championship
Super Bowl party?
weekend. No.
I will. People come out there.
You just want people to come out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to get JJ to do it.
No, I'm not. I don't think.
Championship weekend.
I hadn't even considered it. Maybe.
I just want some double.
You know, when I
eggs.
was young, I actually looked forward to Super Bowl parties because my parents used to,
Well, you-
had a spread and people would come
The
through.
spread is
But
it's
the
all
older
about the
I've
spread.
gotten,
Super Bowl parties
don't
are still.
enjoy that.
They're
I
still.
just want
they're
this
still.
nigga to cook.
They're still pretty cool, but right now you got to keep it like
Gotta keep it like
Right.
COVID-19.
You got to keep it small.
But I'm saying even when we could have it big, it wore off with the excitement that I used to have when I was younger.
I like the
I used
food.
to couldn't wait to have the halftime shows.
Well,
and
I
the
will
food
say
and
that the commercials have kind of are been underwhelming for like the past
I've
few years.
heard.
Oh, this halftime show is the one.
It's gonna be
this
You know
halftime
what
show
I'm
is
saying
it.
with the commercials and stuff? Commercials used to go hard during the Super
I'm
Bowl.
gonna tell you one of the reasons why though, because now they got like anxious, and start playing the commercials early, and they start letting you see them online before they start coming out. It used to be a surprise. Now they telling you like, yeah, Budweiser got a commercial where the frogs are gonna say what up. You don't even. It's not even like a surprise no more.
I thought I was just older and more cynical.
No, because commercials are just trash now.
Sweet.
Yeah,
That helps.
they've gotten weak.
Sweet.
So let's get off of football now.
All right.
Yay.
Hey man, we had to do that. It's relevant.
I participated.
Football.
Can't say I
You
did.
sure did. You did.
It's relevant.
She was right up in there.
All right, let's see. Oh, did y'all see the story about the guy who was in jail for 20 years for murder?
I didn't see the story, but I kind of,
And it turned out
I
to
saw
be
the
his brother.
plot twist. Yeah.
It turned out to be that his twin brother confessed to the murder.
So please dive into that. Why did it take 20 years?
Because the brother's a piece of shit.
Yeah, the brother had to confess. So it still was a bunch of years since he confessed, though. It still took like about 4 years for everything to
get sorted out.
Because red tape is stupid.
Was they black?
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
when
they
he
black.
found when he
But that
found
does
out his
happen, though.
when he found out his brother went to jail, why he didn't say nothing then?
Because
was-
clearly,
That's what I'm saying.
clearly
he
he
knew the
knew
crime
he
was
said
heavy
he
and
was
he didn't want it.
exactly.
Nah, I don't want to do that time shit.
And
Exactly.
sometimes
Fuck
people
that.
think that they have a better shot because if that person for sure didn't do it, they figure you gonna get off because you'll be able to prove you didn't do it.
But
and
your
it don't
twin-
happen that way.
Big
No,
guy.
it happens in families where they do that. They're like, oh, that would be like if I know you committed something, I'm not gonna snitch on you, but I'm like, I know I got an airtight alibi, everything, so we can go to court, and I know I'm gonna get off, and then the system don't be that way, and people end up
In that
did not
phase.
commit that shit and end up doing that time.
But the fact that whatever it is, like if he had no idea and he fought it, he knew it wasn't him and all that, and it turns out later to be your twin brother that confessed to it, and he didn't ever let you know. That's wild.
But are we sure that the brother didn't know?
Oh well,
Because sometimes I'm saying that's what what people be
Okay.
betting on. They be betting
I get what
one
you're
person
saying.
gonna get off, so don't worry about it because I ain't gonna snitch on you, and neither one of us have to do the time. And it didn't go that way.
That's a pretty dope perspective there. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that when niggas used to use your name when they got pulled over and shit. Back in those days.
No, I remember that too.
Remember?
I've done it.
But then when
Y'all
did they
bad.
prove though? Either one of them really did the shit.
The brother confessed.
Right. But
I
did he
think-
confess? Here's my question: did he confess just so like the other brother could get out?
And
Maybe
do he
he
got to go in? Is it past the statute of limitation?
Usually it's not a statute on murder. Usually that.
Bro, I didn't know it was murder. Like I said.
Oh yes. Oh, okay. Let's hear what the crime is. Maybe you thought it was a baby crime. 20 years. This happened. It was in jail. All right. It was a murder of a gang member.
Okay.
2003 fatal shooting of a rival gang member. Kevin Duger in Cook County Jail in Chicago after a motion for bond was granted, got out because his brother confessed. He came
So what
forward in
happened to the
2016.
brother?
They're not saying, but he probably went to jail if he confessed.
So what does the other brother get for all the time served?
Out.
That's
That's
it.
it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because if I'm right, Illinois is
I
when
mean,
they don't pay you when they got it wrong, right? Because there's some states now that have it in their statute that even if you are convicted wrongfully, you cannot sue and get a dime.
So then if I go murder another gang member, can that be counted as time
No,
served?
it
Nope.
will not.
No, yeah. He's like, hey, I was locked up. I got like 17. I got 20 years. Can you do something? You pretty like a 20-year crime is what you're saying?
Yes.
That would be.
A freebie?
Yeah.
Because y'all had me in here, y'all not paying me. I really ain't got it together because I've been in this motherfucker for
your
so
life
long.
is
So
ruined. Your life is fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah.
They gonna clean you up for the little feel good story, then you on your ass after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
people ain't gonna care.
because you're gonna get out and you're gonna be so unadjusted.
You know how many people gone in the 20-year span? Gone, grew, don't even know you no more. You don't know them.
Yeah, but that's just like I know he.
It says it right here. He's overjoyed to be free, but also adjusting to a world that is quite different from the world he left 20 years ago when he was arrested for this crime he did not commit.
Of course, 2003 to that.
But that's just like Kevin Strickland. When they let him out, he had been in there for 43 years. We talking about 4 decades for some shit they knew he did not do. And when they interviewed him and they asked him, well, what do what's your plan when you get out? He was like,
I have no
I'm
idea.
probably gonna go sleep under a bridge. He was like, what the fuck? I don't have shit. I don't have no money. I don't have nothing.
Right.
And you really, even if you get a skill, who wants to hire you? Because even when you get out on shit like that, it takes forever them to actually clear your record where you could actually go get a job. Like,
that's the thing. I mean, you still wear that jacket for whatever it was forever.
I feel like the state should owe you when they fuck up, not just my bad.
That's why some states are now putting it in their laws where they don't have
like
to
damages,
pay
like paid actual like restitution to you.
In some cases, you get paid. In some cases, they got them laws where it's like, well, you was close enough to it where you shouldn't have been able to get caught. If you wasn't our bad, but you was close enough to it where we thought it could have been used, so that clears us.
But when it's my twin brother, that's not even a fair.
And if I want to work when I get out, y'all need to have a job for me. And you need to provide some decent housing. Not no halfway house or no bullshit shack or none of that.
They ain't doing that. They don't even just
you're right.
That, because when you fuck somebody's life over like that, because y'all fucked up and thought it was me when it was somebody else, and you just like, we're sorry.
But Shanni, you got to remember, sometimes it ain't even that they thought it was you. They will know it's not somebody, but they feel somebody got to go down for this particular crime. And then you happen to be the person that fits the description. We can get away with it long enough.
We're going to take you. Yeah.
Right. And that'd be it.
Real quick, there was a probe in the LA County Jail or somewhere, and it was a federal agent undercover as a prisoner, and they lost him in that motherfucker. So it can happen to anybody.
They lost the federal agent?
When he finally came up, he had a lot to report, but they lost.
The system.
They found out he was what he was, and they pretty much put him in the bottom of the whatever and lost him for like a year or some shit. It was a minute.
The system is messed up. You know,
so it happens.
They get you.
It's more common than you
in there.
think.
It's not just us. It's messed up. You know, it's just that us that end up in it so much. But once you're in there, you know.
Especially back then when they was willing to put any and everybody in there for anything. Like, nope.
I could call that shit. Once you're in there, start trying to get on the radio and having a correct answer to one of them contests, if you remember how hard that shit was.
Yeah.
Or that's how just getting your appeals or get somebody to pay attention to them thousands of files that's coming through them doors.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody that cares enough to even attempt to
dig through that shit.
I guess I feel real bad for the wrongfully accused.
Of course.
And then I think about the people that don't even get a chance to get out. And they sitting in there innocent.
Yeah.
That's just like they doing right now with the one where he was on death row. And it's like, okay, well, even if we could prove now that you didn't do it, you can't never come up again to get out or paroled or any of that. Even though that's what he put in order to save his life. That's what the governor
You can't even try to get out no more.
Right. Nope. He said, this is it. This your last appeals. He turned, y'all didn't know that?
But that don't even
That's what they're fighting now. They're fighting that.
Let me make sure that I understand this. So y'all find out.
Pull it up for y'all.
Y'all find out that I didn't do it. But it don't matter. I just got to sit my ass in jail.
So it's like it's a poison pill type contract. Yeah. Like you can't win.
Julius Jones, when everybody was
Julius
protesting, that was what he did. They turned around and said, we will basically commute it to life without the possibility of parole. Even though what everybody's been arguing is you can't even prove the person who they actually
they've been arguing that he didn't do it. They've been arguing he didn't do it. Period.
Right.
So the fact that he had to acquiesce to life without parole, and it's like, so you can't even fight your case anymore.
Exactly. And then you guys think it's things when it's the twin brother. Because like I said, you never know how the brothers set it up because they could have thought you go get off and then it's going to be hard to now say, oh, well, it was the twin brother. We just got it wrong. So neither one of them would have to do the time. You think about in Julius Jones' case, the person who actually they believe based on the streets and stuff did way less time. He out free. And he named him. Yeah. So, I mean... And it happens in the systems because they sometimes don't care who did as long as somebody go down.
Somebody go down.
It's a rabbit hole.
All the time.
Stay free. Stay free. Because those are the worst cases. I mean, that's a fear, to be somewhere you don't supposed to be.
I was just about to say wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and especially when it's like
or the
set
wrong
up.
friends. And sometimes the wrong color, because when they looking for it, they might just be like, any black dude will do. That's it.
That real talk, because just recently there was a murder that occurred a couple blocks from here at a furniture store.
Yeah.
They were looking for the black guy in the neighborhood, and they were like looking for him because, and I'm in around here like, oh man, don't be looking at me. Mm-hmm. Right? Uh-huh. Yep.
When they started posting who they were looking for, I was like, but based on the video that y'all showed him going out into the alley, how you know who you really looking for? Because you couldn't even see the person. Like, and that be that shit.
They
just put out that blanket statement. Any do. That's all it mean in code.
And that's when you get nervous, when it's just like, oh, a black guy. What do you mean just a black guy?
Mm-hmm.
It gets real.
Then you got fake witnesses saying, yeah, it was him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Corroborating.
And then years later, they'll come out and they say, I was coerced into doing it, but it does nothing. That person still had the time being there.
Or I was just on some bullshit and I said that's who it was.
Can't get the time back, Jack.
Nope.
Yeah, the justice system is flawed.
So I'm hoping though that there was something with those brothers and they don't lose their brothership, because I would be mad if that was me and I didn't know my brother actually did the shit.
Before we get off on that, it's not on this list, but we talking about, you said the justice system is flawed. It definitely is. But it looks like something is going to happen with the former president. I mean, before we even get to
I smiled at the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
Before we get to that, it looks like something's going to happen, because now it's like the fake electors thing. They're summoning people from all over the place. The governor and attorney general, like in New York, she's not letting up on the case as far as she's not letting up on as far as how they handle their business practices, suits. He's going to have to face some of that.
You know what? It just bothers me, because I sit sometimes and I catch those things like right before work, what's going on with that. Mm-hmm. And I just be like, I think I'm smart. I don't think I'm dumb, but I'm not going to say I'm like Einstein. But it's so blatant where it's just like, why y'all making this more difficult than it is? You already know. So just start removing people from their seats.
They can't
do what you gotta do, because you know.
They can't do it like that.
But all the evidence just shows what they did.
They can't do it like that. They gotta go through the processes.
But I'm saying, even with the processes, it's like, come on.
And it's people on both sides that are adding
and they're in
all that stupid paperwork on the day-to-day
workings. Like, there's people on the other side that work in these same buildings and are not pulling the files or not doing the follow-up calls, and it's not doing it because they don't believe. Shit is embedded. You understand? Because what we fight now is an ideology.
You got that. You got the people that are being defiant of the subpoenas. So it's going on multi levels.
Like you said, the fake electors, right? I actually saw them catch up with this dude, and he wasn't just like no average dude. He actually is in like the state
government.
And his state, and he was just like, that's what I show. I feel like desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm like, he literally just admitted to a federal crime on national TV, and y'all just like, well, allegedly. Ain't no alleged. He said the shit. Like, I'm what?
No,
like right. that's the shit that be you're bothering me.
Right. It's going through its phases, and you're right. I wish it happened faster,
but it's gonna take time.
But then you have people like that dude who was running, who they were like, nope. We're not voting for him because he was sexting some chick in California, and they were like, he's married. And I'm like, that bothers you more than people actually committing crimes that can affect us?
People just being tribal, and you know that. So it's like, don't try to make sense out of no sense.
I can't do it.
Don't try to make sense out of no sense. I'm just referring to the fact that is the way things are progressing. It looks like something's going to happen.
I hope
now, on another note, what you were referring to.
Yes.
Now we have a Supreme Court justice stepping down.
Yes.
Is going to be assigned, and Biden has promised that it is going to be a black woman that is assigned to the Supreme Court. Yes.
Right? So I'm shouting out all the people on the short list, somebody who's not on the short list who might come up. Like, I think that's major. Because I was watching, they said, I don't know how many it's been, but I know it's almost 200 justices, and only 7 have been minorities. And 3 have been women. That's it.
So look how the political winds go, right? People off Biden. Is this going to get all the black people back? Can we do this?
No.
Yes, it is.
That's how easy it
is. Yes, it is.
I don't think it is.
No, some still going to be,
I'm not speaking absolutes. just the talking points, the
But
talking heads.
I think it does matter, though. I think it matters.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about as far as everybody, but I'm saying as far as the way they're speaking.
Supreme Court seats are big monopoly pieces because they're
big.
for life.
Look.
So whenever you can swing one of those, you're doing good.
As far as when you talk about your campaign promises, this is when he's going to be able to check off and say, yes, I did. And it was a campaign promise. So
and
it's going to be big. It's going to be big for him.
You know what I would prefer though? I would prefer he just did it and just didn't say it. I don't like when you say I'm gonna do that for a black person because it just kind of
keeps everything quiet that people will go back to
the cameras in their face so much. It's being asked. It just happens. It's gonna happen.
Right. I mean, it don't change shit. We already targeted, but it just feel weird.
Plus, that was a campaign promise. So when you
that he could actually keep.
And they. The left side, they don't do a good job at touting their successes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, people don't know the things that are going on because they sit there and it's like they're too intellectual. Oh, maybe they over people's heads, right? Come down to people's level. Let people know what you've done, and then people will see some of these things.
Especially when you have another side that's saying you ain't did shit.
That's part of them being bad at selling stuff, selling their purpose and selling their causes because they sit there and they like I said it before, they make stuff complicated, how they explain it, instead of just breaking it down to a ground level and saying what it is. So this is good.
All the ideas seem sinister.
I'm excited about it. I just am because like I said, when you look at first of all, when you look at the last two people they put on the damn bench, I'm like, the fact that we finally gonna get another actual qualified person up there I'm like, cool.
We know the last person wasn't even supposed to be up there.
Okay, that lady.
The last two. The one before him was basically a fucking rapist. It's like,
I'm saying as far as even him to be able to assign them.
I agree.
But of course, the person. Of course, the people are bad.
Connie Barrett, to her credit, has been fucking kind of unilateral so far, right?
No, she has not.
Did she jump in on that Texas shit with the abortions?
Yes. What do you think? They said that they are holding that law right now in fucking place.
Well, I know she was doing shit when Trump thought he can push her button and she didn't do what he wanted her to.
There was one particular one she stepped up.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was just the one. And I think sometimes you got to do that one that you know still might not pass anyway, but you can afford to go to the other side because it won't make much of a difference. So it don't come out like how they've been saying it's so political. You
got to let them think you win.
Yeah. Because, they keep going, it's not as political as you guys think. Yes, it is.
Always.
Well, hopefully he puts a good person in there.
I believe he will. I mean, because, black girls been shining out there. So
well, hopefully he gets a good one. Hopefully he gets a good one. And hopefully it helps when they make some of those decisions because that thing is lopsided over
right
there.
Now, I don't think it will. I think it's going to be, you're going to need to lose at least another one that's on the opposing side in order to kind of balance it. Right now, she's going to be taking the place of somebody that already...
A person that was on vote.
Yeah, so it kind of didn't change the balance.
But she might have a mouthpiece that can help sway somebody.
I hope so.
Boop.
I hope so.
Okay.
I just know it's been real interesting to see people talk about it, even though we're only a couple of days into that announcement.
Right.
Because it's like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I've been checking out some of the commentary. And some people I've just wanted to come through the TV and just be like real quick because they've been real slick at the mouth with my sisters. So
of course,
yeah, that's what they do.
Like,
look what the former first lady went through publicly. They were very disrespectful.
Hell yeah.
Comes with the territory these days.
That used to be on her because she had her arms out.
Yep.
Like real talk. Like she had like a sleeveless dress on. They used to be on Michelle.
They was jealous. That was all jealous.
Of course. She was out there styling and profiling.
That's right. And still
now
doing
she
it.
able to live life because them legs be out now.
She be kicking it.
She still be
Obama too. They be chilling. They be like, hey. I think he be lying about his music list, but
I think when the daughters help him with that motherfucker.
He be trying. I think he tried to be the cool dad. But I've been loving because just the other day I saw them post a picture of them. And people were like...
all the dads be trying to master it, huh?
They do.
Yep.
They had where they show when his first inauguration versus the family now. And they're like, the girls have grown up. Obama has grayed. And when it got to Michelle, they were like, she wearing a new hairstyle because she looked exactly the same as she did. It was like that Black Don't Cry.
Cool as a cucumber.
All the time.
Shout out to our royal family.
Yes. And now we're about to add another black gem to the history books. So I love it.
That's good. I'm glad. I hope he makes good on that promise.
I believe he will.
Okay.
If nothing else but to spite McNugget, he gonna do it.
All right, let's go. Let's move on. Let's see the A&E Network doing a 2-part Bobby Brown documentary.
Hey!
And a 12-episode docuseries on top of that.
Will be there every
All right.
step I make.
I never even seen the movie.
We'll be together.
How many parts was that? 3?
For the movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
3, right?
You're talking about the one that was done on him,
Yeah.
right? I believe it was 3.
Okay.
Let me go check.
This is too much.
It's not needed.
I disagree.
It's too much. I'm with the documentary because Bobby Brown is probably at this point underrated because of how much he did and how big he was. People kind of make a joke of him now, but we know what he was, right? And how big he was. But the 12-part docuseries, we just had a 3-part docuseries.
But
look at what it was on though. It was on BET.
But
No, that does make a difference. They might be trying to target a different audience with A&E. How many people watch A&E?
4 of those episodes is the new
People is
edition,
watching
yeah.
Viacom. Period.
They
of those
were,
gonna be
but I'm
his
saying you're
solo
gonna get a
years.
whole different. You're reaching a different
Demographic.
Yes,
demographic on A&E
that would
that
not,
you're
and
not
that's
gonna
even
watch on
sometimes with
VH1?
age. I know it's old people that are black who don't watch VH1 or BET.
You think they're going to? You think they're going to watch the A&E docu
Yes,
on Bobby
because it's
Brown?
somebody black on there.
I
I'm
know
not
that
gonna lie.
people don't watch BET all the time. However, if they heard that a Bobby Brown story was coming out and they were interested in it, they would tune in
Was it
for
on
that
VH1?
Bobby
specific
Brown
case.
fans would.
It
do
was
that.
on VH1. That's still Viacom.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, and I'm saying Bobby Brown and New Edition fans would. I'm saying that's necessarily the people who are watching A&E who might just watch it because they like biographies are not necessarily checking out Viacom.
I don't think he's underrated.
A&E is the biography.
You don't think he's underrated? No, I
and
think
the crime.
It was 3 episodes.
Well, A&E is the place. I would be more inclined to watch it on A&E because that's where they do all the crime dramas and all the documentary and biopics and shit anyway over there. So it's going to be a different layer to it. They're going to be able to get into all the good shit.
It's 12 episodes, so they better get into something good. They got 12 damn episodes.
Wasn't that the same one who did the Aretha
don't be
Franklin
dragging
one
shit
that
out.
remember when the movie was coming out and there was a docu-movie that was done?
that
I think
was that on
A&E
A&E?
was, yeah. So I think like that's their thing.
I wouldn't know because Aretha Franklin was my
That
mama's artist.
movie that they released on Hulu.
Yeah, it wasn't originally released on Hulu. Hulu
It was
was
good.
streaming at the same time, but it was done by A&E, I believe.
See, I didn't
in
know.
A&E,
I didn't know it was on A&E. I just came across it because it was on Hulu.
Was it
But
good?
I was interested
That was the thing
in
with Jennifer Hudson?
Aretha.
Huh?
Was that the thing?
No,
Not
that
that
was
one.
the other one where it was the other
Okay.
chick, and I
It
think
was
hers
very
was
good.
that long too.
It was
A&E.
good.
I didn't watch it.
All right.
You should watch that.
Well, like I said, I think
Why you didn't
wanna watch it?
I think
'Cause it was on
I'm with the
A&E?
doc.
No, we'll talk offline why I won't watch that one.
I'm with the
Okay.
doc. I don't know about the 12 part.
The ratio.
Yeah, that's
people.
But
Damn.
how long is it gonna be? That might be another reason why, because you got to factor in commercials.
It's not
They
gonna be
gotta
like little
figure-
half hours.
Yeah, they ain't doing no 30-minute episodes of that shit.
But they probably do an hour, which actually equals to about 30 to 45 minutes.
Bro,
Mm,
the
that's a
man that
little long.
lost a couple of kids, they got enough runway to do a lot. The Whitney year's
Yeah.
gonna be at least 4 episodes, nigga.
And then, like you said, the new edition will probably be
at least
a
3 or
couple of
4.
episodes.
Yeah. His
We
solo
don't know how
career
it's
gonna be
gonna
like
bust.
2 episodes. Everything else
And then
gonna be-
after Bobby Christina dies, whatever
All
happened, they can
yeah.
stretch
They
it
gonna
because
stretch
they're
it.
not gonna do like long ass episodes like BET did. BET, remember, even though it was 3 episodes, they was kind of long.
Well, that was a
episodes.
because it really was a
mini
Yeah, I was about to say
series.
it
Yeah.
was a movie miniseries.
Mini series. This is a docu series, so it's gonna be a little. I
Might be
guess.
shorter pieces.
I
Like
guess
the Emmett Till one that they
I
doing,
guess
they
more
been
not.
spreading it
I guess
out.
more not as embellished as the other one may have been.
no more factual.
All right.
I'm gonna watch it.
There's somebody going to have to tell me it's good.
I think they
I'm
might
watching.
gas it up.
Somebody
a
going
little
to have to put
bit.
me on.
I didn't even watch the first one.
Taz gonna come back and report.
I am.
Hey, the
That's
movie was
her own.
I'm a
good.
fan.
I'm not. The movie was good. That's what
I'm
I'm
not
just saying.
knocking it.
That's
I
Yeah,
just
just
said
and
been
I
that's
did
it.
covered.
like the movie.
I'm just saying it's been covered after that, and then the documentary. But
It was worth watching at least one time, Vern.
Man, I haven't I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen the TLC, the Whitney. I haven't seen none of them.
they're not all. They're not. I wouldn't say they're not all equal. Some of those
I'm
are
just saying
trash.
I've
At
never
all.
seen any of them.
I thought the new edition one and the Bobby were done and put together way better than the TLC one.
And those are the ones I
and
heard
the
were
Whitney
good.
one.
Yeah.
I heard those were pretty good, but I just never watched.
Yeah, the Aaliyah one,
Trash.
trash. That was like
the Toni
an insult.
Braxton one was actually kind of good, and that was only because she was the executive, so she made sure her story was told out.
Oh, she like, y'all not messing me up.
That's right.
I'm taking this look.
Hey. If you alive, it be that way.
Yeah,
you be like, hell no.
I ain't mad.
Your narrative, right?
Right.
I ain't mad. You want to tell your story. You can tell your story like you want it.
Like, you ain't gonna have me looking bad in these streets. But I am going to watch it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, I found this story. Let's get into this room because this is interesting. This is an article that I found, right? And in the article, the headline, how it's named is Women Reveal Qualities That Men Think Are Attractive, but it's quite the opposite. The reason why I thought it was interesting because I thought it, from two sides. They're saying what they're saying. So I want to know if you even agree, the women, if you agree what they're saying. And then I have me and Cash to see if we actually think that these things are qualities.
Of course you will. We ready.
So wait, these are qualities that women say men like, or qualities in themselves or in men?
What it's saying is qualities that men may try to exhibit that they think women like that they don't.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Damn, okay. I see him feel the energy over there. Yeah.
Power of the sexes, huh?
That's why you here.
We ain't always got a battle.
All right, number 10. Being weird about things they deem are girly. This girl said that that's one thing that guys do that they think is cool, but it's not really cool. Do y'all just
wait?
agree?
What?
I have the same like.
I don't get that.
Do
one.
dudes be poking stuff? Do guys poke fun at like stuff that you do? Like, oh, that's too girly. Is that's some girly shit?
I don't think that was the question was saying.
That is it. Got being weird. All right, look.
Oh, and they think that
being weird about things they deem are girly.
Being weird?
Yes, being weird.
And so they're saying,
I think they were saying about guys acting weird about things they think they're like a guy doing something
let me
that
elaborate.
It's girly, so he'd be a
let
weird
me elaborate.
guy.
Let me elaborate
That's how I
on
took it.
Let me elaborate on it because I read further. All right. I have a Blu-ray collection with hundreds of movies. I had a guy check it out for a split second and say, "Oh, you have girl movies." I have everything from Legally Blonde to Fast and Furious to every Best Picture winner of the last 20 years. But apparently having anything other than action movies made it girly.
First of all, nigga, I'm a girl. So if I have girly shit, that's just what it is.
What kind of nigga don't want a girl?
But wait, are they trying to say like guys are pretending not to like the stuff because it would be a problem if we knew that they like girly
What they're
stuff?
saying is guys think that it's cool to do that.
Oh. No, it's actually annoying because, like she said, if I like the shit, I like the shit.
That's what the article is saying. That's annoying, but they're saying.
But then if I got a whole bunch of manly shit,
then they gonna be like, you
too
manly.
masculine.
See?
Yeah, like,
But
come on, bro.
I would agree with y'all. I can see how that shit would be annoying.
That is annoying. Let me like what the fuck I like.
I mean, I get coming from the guy. I guess it's dudes that probably may feel like that, but that's probably
it's basically putting that extra on I'm a man type shit.
And that shit is annoying.
One of them being overly macho is the next one.
Hell yeah. That is very
You don't
annoying.
need to remind me that you're a man.
Like, that's why I'm going out with you. Like, it's because you're a man. No knock to women who date women, but I'm saying if I'm dating you,
right?
You don't have to prove to me you're a man because I kind of already
For
knew
sure.
that when we went out.
If you messing with me, I got you on the strength that I got you.
Yeah,
right.
Just be yourself, and if we're not compatible, we're not
but
compatible.
There are definitely dudes that do feel like you got to be open.
They go above and beyond.
So I can agree that with the article saying that it's guys that feel like that, even though I wouldn't say personally I'm sitting there caught up in that. I definitely know people that's
of course.
And they think you got to be that way in order for the woman to get that you earn. It's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
And so would you say that there's never a case where macho gets you?
No.
You never like macho.
Not overly macho. There's a difference between having that makes you go, okay. I'm just saying, it's a swagger about it that would catch my eye. But if you're doing too much,
they can't do no super macho shit and make your fucking eyebrow go up.
No, because then I'll be thinking you're doing too much for no reason.
Y'all seen that clip? But I always have to reference back to this when I see some extra man shit. Y'all seen that clip with a little boy? I don't know what happened, what's going on, but they show this little boy saying, I'm the daddy.
Oh yeah,
I'm grown. That's what I think about when you just say like.
Yeah.
And that's how some dudes come off though. Where
That
you
little
just
nigga
be
had
like,
too much Kool-Aid. I
dude,
remember that.
it ain't that deep.
He got a
I'm
pamper
with
on
you.
too.
And some dudes is like that though. They are.
Some people is extra.
I agree. I don't like that.
Some people is extra. Sometimes women make you have to like, all right, you better understand what it is. It's true.
Under no circumstances.
All right, number 8, because that was number 9, right?
Okay.
Number 8, putting other people down to make themselves look better.
Oh, I hate that shit, whether it's a man or a woman.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I think
It's
that's,
plenty-
as a-
gang
as
of
a
people do
person.
that.
I think that's
Yeah,
a
and I
terrible
hate
quality to have.
I hate dirty Macs.
And I couldn't be around a
Dirty
person like
Mac.
that.
That's what
I hate
it's
dirty
called, a
Macs.
dirty
Or,
Mac.
yeah, I mean,
Dirty
dirty
Mac
Macs is
then.
when people like disparage people. So I kind of put that under the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But then also, you know, you got to big yourself up. You got to put somebody else down to big
Yeah.
yourself up. That's trash.
It's very much so trash.
Usually a stranger.
Man
No,
or
Now
woman.
people do it
Don't know
to
their
people do it to
circumstances.
family, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, people do it to anybody, but it's usually like, look at that motherfucker. Like, why?
And I could not date or be with somebody who was like that. Like, that would annoy the fuck out
Yeah,
of me.
that's bad.
No, it's some people. That's their whole game.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely seen that. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you get through.
That's
Like, oh, yeah.
Texas 10-4, good buddy.
Hell no.
Texas 10-4.
Letter Kenny.
Because when somebody does that to me, that just screams insecure.
Exactly.
Like, you trying to find something that's wrong with that person to catch my attention so I don't pay attention to what's wrong with you.
Oh, it's plenty.
Like, that's what that
it's
makes
plenty
me
of women
think
that do
of.
this too.
I did say
Confirmed.
that. I said men
Yeah.
and women. That's why I said that's a no-go for me, period, for people. But I'm saying I feel like that's an insecure thing where when people do that, it's so it takes the shine off of whatever is wrong with them. It's like, okay, look at his head because you don't want nobody to notice you just got a messed up face altogether. Now I'm just going to pay attention to this dude's head. Like,
Situational. Got it. I
These
agree.
are all pretty, honestly, simple. Like kind of
What's
when
the
I'm
next?
looking at it. The next one is overconfidence or the need to show off. That goes without
Yeah,
saying,
I don't
man.
like that either.
That's blacks.
Motherfucking peacocking.
Yeah, that's come on, man.
What's up with all these names?
Right, I ain't never heard of that.
Peacocking is a term.
I've
Yeah,
never
but,
heard
and
of
then what
that.
did y'all
Peacocking
say? Dirty Mac before?
Yep.
Dirty
Never
Mac,
heard
yeah.
of that
Yeah.
either.
Is this from y'all era? let
She
the nigga
was
know.
saying-
Peacocking is fairly new.
Peacocking is not a slang term. Peacocking is referring to the way in a chase
For
it-
women.
for women
Or the
for,
opposite sex.
or for the opposite sex or just in the chase. How you present yourself in your grandest form so that to attract people. Like, so that's when people do like wear a lot of jewelry, wear a lot of stuff standing out. They call
See,
that
that's a
peacocking.
turn off to me.
They call
Hold
that
the
peacocking.
P. I'll take the cock.
Thanks.
Yeah, they call that peacocking because that's what a peacock does. When
And
it
it
spreads
falls
its
in
feathers,
line.
Right.
And
right,
it falls
in
in
order to
line
present
to
a cer- in order to present
and
a
it falls
certain
with what
thing.
we was talking about. Because
Yes.
that is peacocking. By
Yeah, I don't like
definition.
Yeah, I've never
At
heard
all.
of that.
That actually is a turn off to me. I don't like flashy. So,
Man,
you know.
look,
I want to hear the
I'm
rest now.
gonna say that one works a lot of times. Where I hear y'all say no, but that's why people do it because the shit works.
Oh, that's
On
good.
some, it works on. I'm sorry, it works
Probably
on
on the
basic
masses.
ass people.
I think a lot of the stuff that people do, men and women, is because it has worked on somebody else. So they're
Right.
like, well, I'm gonna do this
It has
again
a
because
success
I think
rate.
it works on
You know,
basic people.
But that doesn't mean that person's
some of
gonna like it.
some of
The
that
next
stuff
person.
is some of these things are just like society's attempts at mimicking like nature
Yeah.
and like mating
Rituals
practices.
and practices.
mating practices and through that may happen like in nature, but we live in a whole different world, so you have to kind of do it a different way.
I'd like to say there's a crowd for every circus.
It is. And I will say that is not my crowd. Like,
Not my monkey, not my circus.
right.
Mhm.
All right, bragging about having money.
Oh, that shit.
I
is
don't
a
like that.
fucking
And I
turn
can't
off.
stand the pictures of money either.
That shit is so annoying.
That seems like it go. I don't know how. Maybe it was always going on. It seems like it goes on more now, but this might not be a new
I
thing.
think we see it
That's
more, but I
fine.
think it's been here.
Oh yeah, it might not be a new thing. I mean, of
not
course, on the surface, but I mean, like directly, like when you're speaking with someone. But
Which is
yeah,
now it's more
when people do that,
information.
When people, okay, so I'm
because
not
you
gonna
know, I
lie.
just had to put 45,000 on the
Yeah.
rims. Huh? You know, like,
Well, when
you're like,
dudes do that,
I don't
be
need your
looking like,
fucking
what you
invoices,
telling
bro.
me for? Like when
Yeah.
I see dudes, I'm like, what are you telling me for? Does this mean I get to go quit my job tomorrow? Like, what
Like,
the fuck?
yeah, are you
Hey.
giving me the money?
Hey,
If
I
you're
mean,
not giving me the money, I don't need to know.
Get your shit, but I don't need to hear about your invoices.
Yeah,
Are
that
you
ain't my thing.
giving me the money?
For
No,
real.
for real.
Right? Are we
'Cause
doing
if
some
I still
business
got to
right
go to
now?
work, what the fuck I
We
care
doing some
for?
business? You about to tell me what again?
I have no answers because I'm broke. I don't do none of these things. I can't.
But no, some dudes be broke and still be taking a picture with the money they just drew out the bank, and that's all they got.
That's their bill money.
That's even more foolish,
real.
fellas. No, not like the not broke.
And they
I do well for myself, but I'm just saying that's not that's not my approach. You said now, like you said, it's more prevalent. Instagram
It's
and
more overt,
you know,
I think.
peacock culture is a thing, you know. So, but that's the best part because those are visual aids to show you what you don't want and what you're not into.
But peep this though.
Or
then
if you are,
there it is.
But then that money is posted and they'd be like, but no gold diggers.
Right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You be like, you don't want somebody who wants you for them things, but those are the only things that you show you got going for yourself. So what else is that going to attract?
I mean, that's the opposite. That's like the guy version of a girl that got her ass out and know once you look at it.
Yep.
And I agree. But see, I'm with you on that, though, because I feel like what else do they expect people to do? You're human.
Your ass is out. I'm looking at it.
I can't touch it. I can't
Sorry.
look.
My bad that my eyes was gravitated to your ass out. Like, you be mad at me. I didn't even think about it. That shit was subconscious.
It just walked through.
Fuck?
I didn't say you was wrong on that mind thing.
But it's, you know, the game is contradictions. But I hear you, and that was a good point. Both of you.
The
Touche.
fuck? All right. Dick pics. I don't think that's never a good idea
unless it's a dick I've seen on before already.
Unless they ask for it, I don't think you should just be throwing them out there.
I mean, you want to hear from me or not? Because if the dick is dicking, send it.
Just on the fly?
If the dick is dicking, send it.
See,
does that mean that I will?
Actually, the first woman I've ever heard say that.
That don't mean that I'm gonna keep talking to you, but I appreciate a nice dick. It's just that.
Nah,
send
that
them,
ain't my thing.
Send them dick pics. I'll
Honestly,
drop my
your
Instagram
shit about
later.
to go off. You know that, right? Your shit about to go off.
I don't know. It's different for us. And a woman's never sent me a picture that made a fucking difference. So I'm good.
I'm not like send me a picture guy because like once I know what it is, I know what it is. I'd rather see you in person. But I still appreciate it.
I appreciate the effort of trying to be enticing. You know, that's part of the game. But I've never seen a picture that made a difference. Never swayed.
And
never.
Taz, I know that you're not on board with this. A lot of women aren't.
Yeah, because it's pointless.
So I get it.
Hey, your shit about to get bombarded.
But like I said, that doesn't mean I'm gonna keep talking to you.
Hey fellas,
See,
bombard her
no.
shit. You ain't even gotta send your shit. Just send shit. Just send
I
them.
can die. That you ain't gotta send your.
Send them.
Not no ones that are
just send
baby
them. Send them.
dicks.
Go out there. So.
Nah,
hey, you better have a full size dick if you're sending them though.
Thank you.
And make sure you send it the right way. You sending it to Shanni, not Taz.
Send it to Taz too.
Shit.
Send Shanni Love full size
Oh my God.
Or not. Just say what you want. She's open.
Hey, no, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Inbox. She said send her. She
I
said
did
she
not say
appreciates
I'm
them.
open.
She said she
Her
appreciates.
inbox is open to
an inbox full of dicks.
Let her be the judge of what they are, but she said she will review.
That's all right. Nikki Savage model. I'm gonna slide some your way, girl. Don't
she said
trip.
she's open to review your.
Well, you know, Vacation Barb might be
phallus.
down for that too, but.
Ladies, I got you.
I'm
My
the
other co-host
only
of the podcast, ladies, I got y'all.
Y'all make sure y'all only send them to the ladies. That's all I'm saying.
And
and X out Taz.
And X out Taz. Exclude Taz.
Oh, okay. And X out Taz.
And ladies, keep
I
your-
only like ones I've seen already
keep
that
your
I want
meat
to
low.
see again. Like,
Hey, so if you've already sent your shit to Taz, you can send it again. That's what
And ladies, if you want to send some shit
that
too,
ain't what
feel
I said.
free.
I said I want to see it again.
That's
You'll
exactly.
know if I want to see it again.
Ladies could be tricky because, of course, I wouldn't know nothing about the other side, but the roast beef pastrami shit is whack. Should be looking really
You
abused.
talking about coochies?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Hey,
Did
man,
we
look.
switch topics?
Should be doing like
You
what
done
the-
ate some roast beef before, I'm
Sure
sure.
have.
Hey,
Exactly.
man. Of course, it's
Exactly.
coming all
I'm an adult.
sizes and shapes. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all ain't turning it down.
Nah. I can appreciate
I ain't always been proud of myself, though.
In the variety. I can appreciate
I
the
ain't
variety.
always been proud of
I mean, I'm not over here roast beefing it, but I'm just saying,
I ain't
y'all
always,
ain't turning it down.
I ain't always been
Hey, man.
proud of myself though. I mean, I've been through some shit and it ain't always.
Just like for me, I
Yeah.
actually don't mind uncircumcised. A lot of women will disagree with that.
That was so funny. It was on the radio the other day. They was on that. That was funny. That's funny that shit came up in the room. And it's just crazy.
All right, she with the turtlenecks.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
All right,
not
let's
touching that subject.
go.
And
Next
eaters.
one.
All right, let's go to. Let's move on. Let's move on.
What's the next one?
A lot of guys confuse arrogance with confidence.
Absolutely.
Yes. I think that's people in general, though. But
Yeah,
guys,
I think that's people.
A
in
lot
general.
of these topics have been people.
Very general.
Yeah, very, very general. But what the thing was that guys think is like the shit.
Yeah, and I
versus,
agree.
you know what I'm saying? That was because
They
of course
think that's
all of
cool,
those things
yeah.
are very common traits. But I don't know if they're probably right still. Because people do think that arrogance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd be borderline cock. I don't like cocky dudes, so
All right.
that's just
A lot,
that
of,
would turn
a lot
me
of
off.
women do.
I know, and I don't know why. Like that is such a turn off to me.
Because they are confusing arrogance with confidence or confidence
I guess
with
so.
arrogance. Same thing. It's just that.
Or maybe that just flutters their little udders.
Or maybe that's just maybe that just fucking
flutters their udders.
turns their water on.
That was a good one.
I can turn my water off.
Right, like all the way.
She cut my water off.
Cut my water off.
She cut my water off. Man, my boy Lamar, he got killed, huh?
Yes. Whoa, you know what? I think they say it at the end, but I feel like it's gonna come back next season.
You can't stop the rain.
And he ain't gonna be dead.
I didn't know what we're talking about.
You can't stop the rain.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh, I
It
never got
stops
Star
to
Trek on
fall.
the head. You know, it's all good. I gave up.
Whatever. What else is on there? You gotta at least tell us number one. before
Okay,
you move
Val,
on.
we on number 2.
Mm.
There's a very specific type of gym bro who may be conventionally attractive and buff, but they have no personality whatsoever.
Oh hell yeah.
Everything revolves around their gym schedule and eating brown rice, chicken, and broccoli.
But this could be for women too.
Hey, that
again.
100% go for women who just
Yeah.
think they fire and they just don't have nothing to talk about. They don't know nothing. They don't comprehend things well.
But when
Not
I was
all
going
women.
to,
I'm talking about a specific.
No, I was sticking with the gym thing. I remember when I was going to the gym hard, right?
Mhm.
And it was those dudes where I just wondered, like, do you have anything in life other than like the gym? And like when you're in the gym, they're not trying to like it's impressing each other. Like they all about, oh nigga, look, I'll bitch this, and that's all. Everything is about that. Like there aren't a certain type
Bro!
of food. And that's all they be in there. Like I never
$2.95, bro.
we used to go early in the morning, so I, would go before work, and it's like less people in there because that's my self-conscious thing. I like to be with less.
I mean,
people.
look, it
But-
is a thing about the gym, like the testosterone.
Yeah, and
it makes you
much.
it makes you competitive sometimes.
But like I would watch a dude where like he'd be like, "Oh, let me stack them up," and it's like, "Arr!" And it's like you ain't gotta make all that noise.
Once
in the
your
damn
shit
gym.
is flowing through you, yeah.
Hell no, that shit is a turn off. And before you might see him when he walking in the gym and be like, "Oh, he's something to look at," and then he get to doing too much and you be like, "Nah."
Hey, that's because he there working out. He not there to impress you.
Yeah, he is. That's why he making all that damn noise. He want
He
people to
wants
look
somebody
at
to look
him.
at his ass.
I don't know. See, that's like y'all, like when y'all be saying women don't be getting dressed for us, y'all be getting dressed for
It's
you.
not the same.
He working out for
thing.
him right
It
there.
ain't the same thing.
You just
No.
gonna keep
Ain't the same
flipping
thing.
shit, huh?
It's not flying.
Nope, it's not the same thing.
Okay, I'll
Number
try.
one. Let's hear number one.
I try. And number 1, being overly aggressive with other people. Like you are out at a club with him and he is ready to pick fights with
Tough guy.
anyone
Oh hell yeah! I
who
hate
thinks
that
look
shit.
at him or her wrong. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I
let
hate
me
that.
let me share my story that I shared earlier.
Let's go.
So I just want to know to the listeners out there, how can I say this? All right. I went on a date with a guy sometime last year, and while we were walking, I noticed that another guy's fly was open.
Oh.
So I told the guy, "Hey, your fly is open," in a real discreet, professional, I guess you would say, way. And my date was like,
Why was you looking at his dick?
"You know that nigga or something?"
Are y'all
So you just out here
meat
looking at
gazing?
dicks?
Out here meat gazing?
Hey. I mean,
You didn't need to do all that. That was aggressive.
he may have been aggressive, but he might have been right. He might have been right.
But I wouldn't. He do wasn't even my type.
No,
I was
you
looking at
can't
his
say that
dick.
because sometimes
You
it
sure?
just might be a.
She was
you
cock
look.
watching.
No,
I wasn't cock watching.
Because that's the same way. Like if I see if it was a woman and her, so I'd be like, "Sis,
You.
Fix
But
your-
what if
your-
your dude
your
was like,
pants.
bro, hey, sis, your button down, her titty popped to pop, and he told her about a button, you tripping. You like, why you looking at
Let's
that bitch?
be
No, I
real.
would not. I would
But
not.
let's
I'd be
be
like, he
real.
was looking out for sis.
Let's be
Because I
real.
would have told her if I seen the shit before he did.
I love how progressive you are.
Let's be real. Sometimes you ain't even looking at
It
stuff
just-
and you
you
just
just
see some
catch it.
stuff. Like, you know,
I know,
like,
man, I'm just
All in
messing
all,
with-
we
I'm just
being
messing with
funny. The nigga
Things
you was
Right,
with
but I'm
was real
saying that dude
Things
was
insecure.
happen, and
much.
you
He was a
and you can
goofy.
catch a lot in a glimpse.
He was insecure, but it's good that you saw it
You
then
can catch a lot in a
instead of
glimpse. I
later.
know. I'm just messing with you.
My thing is,
He was
I'm
extra
a
as hell.
peaceful
I
person,
know
so
that.
I don't like people who like to pick fights with people. I don't even like it when my homegirls, when you go out, you got that homegirl that get drunk and want to fight everybody. I'd be the one, I ain't going if she going.
You pick
I don't
fights
like
here
that
every
shit.
weekend.
Huh?
Yeah, you pick fights here every weekend.
No, you start the shit and I just have to finish it. That's
Hey,
different.
so did dude get rowdy with you?
Yeah.
He did get rowdy
You did
with
the
me.
story earlier.
Yeah?
he
and
got-
I
he
was
got
cool.
loud.
I was turned off. That was it.
Yeah,
That was
that's a
First and
big
last
turn
time I
off.
saw him.
Did y'all finish the night, or did you like leave from right then, or how did that?
I watched the movie
Right.
and then I left.
And silence, mad as a bitch, huh?
And he kept trying to talk to me and hold my hand.
You was
Oh,
like,
no,
you
we
was a
passed that.
Weird
nigga.
ass nigga. Did you call him a weirdo?
I
That probably
called him
wasn't the
goofy.
term at the
Call him
time.
goofy? That's the same.
It's worse.
Goofy is Goofy.
Goofy is worse. Goofy,
Goofy
is
is pretty
disrespectful.
bad. Goofy is pretty
And I
bad.
love saying that word.
It's worse.
Yeah, Goofy.
I'll call a nigga goofy real quick.
That's yeah.
Anybody could get it.
Shoot
Woman
a
or man.
nigga, goofy ass nigga.
Exactly.
Stop
Shut
me,
your goofy ass
stop
up.
me gazing
Yeah.
on your dates, though.
Yeah. Stop cock watching.
I ain't never telling y'all if y'all
It
flies
gotta
open.
be.
If y'all flies open, you won't hear from me.
You gotta be eye to eye. All right.
That
Y'all
shit's so
crazy.
weak. Niggas
That's just respect.
Niggas is weird.
That ain't got shit to do with respect.
Cause I love looking for the girls. That's one of the reasons I'm looking at their titties
Shut
to
up,
see if
Cash.
their buttons is not
Yeah.
right.
do
Be
it.
like, oh, hey.
You need some help.
Like you see cold. Somebody get real sweater. I noticed you cold there.
I'm not doing this with you. Nope. But you
Hey.
know, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because you brought up the ones who like want to fight in the clubs and shit. It's never for me. It's more irritating when it's a person who want to pick a fight when they can tell the other person don't want to fight. You know, like when somebody
Yeah.
bump into you, you be like,
When
"What
it's
you
safe.
bump into me for?" And they like, "My bad, dude. Like I thought I had to." No, man, you want to fight?
Yeah,
It's like,
you like, hey, bro.
bruh.
And then they end up getting their
You like,
ass
look, bro.
whooped. Then they end up
I'm
getting their
not
ass whooped.
mad.
Don't
Like
do that.
you gotta bring it down because
Right.
I'm
Don't
not
do
mad.
that.
You gotta.
Don't pick the fight, then
And
get your ass whooped.
Yo,
Oh
Yeah.
can
my
I say
God.
this?
Oh, I got one.
Can I say this though? It's not on the adult level, but y'all know I'm with kids all the damn time, right? And I know this is wrong for me to admit this, but I will. There are times where I see them kids who like to be like, "What you want to do? You want to fight? You want to fight?" And when they get their ass whooped,
You have
I'll
to.
be ready to crack up because I'll be like, "See, you be on the yard talking all that shit."
And then you
we
mess
get
with
your ass
little
whooped.
quiet Timmy.
Right.
Life
Then
will
you be
humble
ready
you.
to call your mama and have your mama up here ready to fight because you done got your ass whooped.
Life
Like,
comes at you fast.
let kids learn that shit real quick. Like, you can catch it.
Everybody can
careful.
get
The
it.
quiet ones you should really, really watch out for.
That list was trash. That list was basic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can't think of nothing that's missing that turns me off. That dudes think is cool.
No, you want to know what turns me off?
What?
I tell you, since we talking about
That
turn
dudes
offs,
think is cute.
I don't know if they think it's cute or if it's just in their DNA, but it's a turn off.
Okay.
You know what's up? We grown, so you know.
I didn't need you to tell me that. I know I was grown. Been grown for a long time.
It's what grown people do. We grown. We might as well, you know.
You talking about being that the way to get to it?
Yes.
Okay, well, we can do this all night.
I'm like, yeah.
Like, if we gonna do,
No, but that was the
Don't
topic.
tell
The topic
me.
wasn't about the girl. There was girls that don't like things that guys think are cool. That was the topic. Don't be trying to.
But is
since
that
we
some
here-
guys think are cool, or they just is it just they think
You
it's a
know
means to
what?
an end?
I think that I really can't stand that dudes do is when, and not all dudes, but I'm saying dudes that do this thing
Right.
where they be like, okay, I want to take you out. I'm trying to, I'm trying to wife you. And then when it starts to get that serious, it's like, well, who said you're doing too much? Like, who said this is what we was doing? I'm like,
Oh, man,
nigga, I don't do this shit with dudes I ain't trying to be in a
we can talk
relationship
about
with.
funny style niggas
Nigga,
all
let's
night.
talk
That's what
about
I
it.
just said.
But
That's
I'm
just
saying
said.
that's
yeah,
what I
man,
think
we
is
go-
missing from the list that should have been on there.
No, we're not going. We're
We're not
going
just-
to
I
change
think
the
it should have been
page.
on there.
I want to know y'all's turn off though.
Nah, I don't fucking. No comment.
It's plenty of turnoffs
It's too many.
Okay, well just say one.
It's a
Since
Pandora's
me and
box.
me and
Girls think
Taz
it's
said
cool.
one. Say
that
one.
the girls think is cool.
Yeah, but we do.
Oh, that they. Oh, it's plenty of stuff that they think.
I
is
said
cool.
name
She said
one. One, because we
did
both named one.
each, okay?
Okay.
Wasting my damn time.
You know what, JJ?
But that's basically what I said, so we can agree.
Okay. Yeah, we did.
God. Say your
Because time is
own.
valuable.
We
I
did.
got my pet peeve is the fake math shit to garner attention. I wouldn't give a fuck. Being playing fake math, or I could be like, what's wrong?
He's talking about.
Garner attention. That's one of the things I hate women do. Act like they upset for you. Can be like, what's wrong with you? And all that bullshit. I wouldn't give a fuck. That's my thing.
Okay, I got one.
That's two now.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. See how we can start this?
But we said one and one,
All
and
right,
here you
well,
go. But now,
okay.
what's the other one?
No,
I'm
I
just
want to
messing
hear
with
his
you.
one because he kind of piggybacked off of yours.
No, okay.
Mine was good, though. Go ahead.
Mine's is refusing to communicate things that can easily be rectified.
Okay. I can understand that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I got one more.
No, nigga.
But
Next
I
topic.
will say, you know what? I agree with you on that one. But I think that's a two-way thing sometimes.
But it happens so much.
So
It's
it's
like
okay.
it's like the whole when we start getting in the read your mind mode, when you can just tell me what's going on and we can work this out. all
I
that shit,
never read
gets-
it.
I think communication,
It
men
gets stupid.
and
I-
women
and-
need to
and-
get better.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. Though. I think sometimes things blow out of proportion because people just don't want to.
You run,
Talk, like-
you run into people that's interested enough to keep your time for an amount of time, but the more time you spend, you see they're not
But
as
as you,
interested
well,
as you
that's
think.
getting to know someone. Like I said, it
That's-
takes a
it's
while to
get
actually get to know
because
somebody.
some people are coddled. Some people were brought up in a way where this is how they show who they are and how they reciprocate, and it's just really about
These
finding your
these
match.
can be habits formed in other relationships or
and
things.
just
where-
life habits,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
all shitty if it don't work with your agenda and vice versa. So just fuck it.
Yeah, like I said, we can start doing gripes all day. We're not gonna do. We're doing not
No more
doing gripes.
gripes.
We're not doing gripes.
No
It's
more
a good
gripes.
day.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
All right, I got a question.
What
I
up?
got an
'Cause
answer.
I just stopped watching. I finished Game of Thrones. I
Good
was
for
talking
you.
about it. It didn't take me long. It took me about 2 weeks.
Do you know I still have not seen an
Hey, it's
episode?
fire. Hey, it's fire. It's fire. You don't know that. You don't
Yeah,
know.
I do.
That was me. Listen. All right. And I'm not about to be like the fucking advocate. And I use the word, so I got to throw another quarter. I'm at 6. All right. Okay. Now, it is not what you think it is. And I know you've had people tell you that.
No,
before.
it's not about the people. It's so I'm really big on trailers and things and what they put out that's supposed to draw you in to want to watch the show.
Did
And
the opposite for you.
It did not do it for me to make me go, I guess I want to check it out.
I can understand
I can
that.
see that not being for you.
I can understand that.
Thanks.
But being a woman, and I'm not generalizing, but I am a little bit, right? The drama that is what's actually going on in the show, it would keep you intrigued.
I doubt it. Because I don't like
you
drama
think that was cute?
stuff.
When
I
you say
don't.
that, you don't?
No.
You made that assumption. Did you think that was cute? Can we add that
I
to
didn't
the
say it
list?
was. I said I was Yeah, you can add that to the list. And I said I was generalizing.
Like, I like dramas, but
I'll
only to a
preface that,
certain
right?
extent. Like, I'm not the soap opera type
No,
of things.
it's not really soap opera.
So you didn't
And
watch
it's hard.
Power,
I did watch Power.
but you don't like soap
But
opera
you notice,
drama?
though, we talked about that. As the seasons went on with Power, and it got to be so soap opera,
It was
I didn't
soap
like
opera
it.
from
Did
the
you not
jump.
say that?
But do
It
you
was
like
soap
Kanan?
opera from the top.
Huh?
But do you like Kanan?
The Power book.
Yeah.
What
Three? Is that 3? I love
Yeah,
3.
but it's not. I promise you, it's not so soap poppy.
When you keep saying soap pop, and I didn't say anything about soap.
Right, but
anything.
you no, but I was
He
saying
did.
you said about the thing with drama, and I said while I like dramas, I don't like the
Nah,
they don't do it for me.
It's hard to explain it, but I think that you would appreciate the. I know a few shows that you watch, and I know the interactions and what goes on
Right.
these shows. Okay, I know the layers of these shows.
Well, maybe she don't want to watch Winter is Coming.
She doesn't. Of course, she may not want to watch Winter is Coming. All right, like I said, I'm not sitting there selling the show all night. All right, what I was getting at was I just finished it, and I need something new to watch.
Okay.
And so I was going to ask what y'all watching.
Letterkenny.
What you watching?
Letterkenny.
What is that and what is it on?
It's on Hulu. It's a Canadian-based comedy, and it's just funny as fuck. And it has black people in it.
You gonna stop coming for me?
You were supposed to start watching a show
What?
last week
What?
that I don't remember. That's why I'm trying to jog your memory.
Okay.
That you said, I never finished watching that. Maybe I'll give it a go again. Was it Gotham? Were we talking about Gotham?
Gotham was
No,
dope.
we did talk about Gotham.
Did you say you never
I'm not
finished
ready. I
that?
don't really want to do Gotham right now. No, I didn't finish it, and I'll probably get back to it, but that's not it. That's why I asked what you watching.
Stuff that I know you're not gonna watch.
You don't know what I watch.
Yes, no, because we've talked about this
You
before.
don't know.
Okay, so here's the deal. Like I told you, with me changing my lifestyle around, I watch a lot of stuff on the weekends that usually come on during the week. So
Okay.
like I'm a big Blackish fan. I'm so sad it's
I
the
watch
last
Blackish.
season. Okay.
All right. No. That was
I
the
like
point.
Grownish is finally back,
I like
so I'm
Grownish.
gonna watch that.
You being an
Right
ass.
now I'm watching Power Book 2. You said you weren't
I'm
that
not fucking
into
with
it.
that.
So Power Book
So
2
is this
ain't-
the second season of it?
Yes.
So
Okay.
Power Book 2 is just soapy enough for you?
Yeah. She like Tariq is just a good enough actor.
It's just
That
enough not
ain't
to...
why.
It's
Like,
not a soap opera?
you know what?
You telling
Anywho,
me Power ain't
look.
Actually,
Hey, look,
it's
I'ma tell you.
pain that I like it for
I'm
while
gonna tell
you're
you.
playing.
I'm gonna tell you. Peep game.
still a soap opera?
I know the shows you watching. Game of Thrones better than all them shows.
Whatever.
Game of Thrones don't beat the
Right
Black-
now
It
I'm
is.
into the series that I will
It
say
is.
this series, but I can't really just watch it all together. We talked about the women of the movement. I'm only on episode 3. I think they're like 5 or 6 out now, but because of how heavy it is, I can't
That's on
just,
ABC, right?
Yeah. I can't
Okay.
really just, Abbott Elementary, which we talked about when I came in. I love that show.
I'm on that
Clear
too.
theme
It's
here.
so good.
How many shows did she say that I wouldn't watch?
Okay,
so
do you
far?
watch All American?
Clear theme.
I like
Not
that
yet.
show.
Bro,
Yeah, but I have my buddy
Don't
is
you
on
do
there.
that?
listen.
Our bro is on there.
She
Who?
is not watching
Who is
Game
your
of
bro?
Friend of the show.
She's not watching Game of
Who's your bro?
Thrones.
Preach.
For
Every
real?
every show she named is predominantly our people, which is a shout out. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but she's not watching Game of Thrones. You see the TV she watches. It's very personal. It's
I
close
do.
to her
I do.
sensibility.
But I do. But I
I'm
also
not knocking it.
I
But I'm
do.
also watching
But I do,
reruns of
but I
Golden
also-
Girls right
but I
now
know-
too.
But I also know she's.
Classic.
But I also know she's intelligent, and then once the couple of conversations and things interact, how they interact, I think that she'd enjoy it.
I think she licks down on it as some primitive Nordic bullshit.
No,
and she ain't
but
gonna
what
get
it is, and you know what? It might be the time period too that they choose to put it in, because that's the same reason why I don't watch that other one that was on Netflix that everybody raves
Vikings,
about.
high five.
Where it's kind of like set in like the Roman times, and it had this black dude on it, and people rave about it. I'm like, that's not something I would watch.
Okay.
But for you, right? I like because like when How to Get Away with Murder was on, it wasn't like an overly black show, Grey's Anatomy, but
Black Star. Black lead.
You get my point. I do like things that make me think, but the time period pieces just typically aren't my thing.
Every show
All right, look,
has
I
a
know
black lead.
And this is my last little thing because this is it. I'm just into it because you going back and forth
You
with
about
me.
to talk about God again?
Hey man, you knock
You
it
said
off.
you was over it,
You
Tom
said that,
Brady.
But she's challenging me. She's challenging me. Don't
I
you
don't
hear her
see-
challenging
Don't
me?
challenge him.
Don't you
Taz.
hear her challenging me?
I
I'm
didn't see
so
nothing
sick.
as a
I
challenge.
did not challenge
I
this
didn't hear it.
man.
Didn't you hear her challenge? Cass? You
No,
hear her
because I was
challenging me?
looking
All I
up shit
said
that
was,
your
well,
ass
I'm
could
not
watch.
gonna
I was
watch
being
that.
helpful. You
Well,
living in the
well,
past.
Well, save that because I'm gonna be right back to
I'm
you for
telling
that.
you why she ain't gonna watch it, because she's
I'm just going to say there's a lot of women that I know that had that feeling about the same type of thing. I don't like that type of stuff, that time period. And once they
But I
got
did name one you
once they
wouldn't
got
watch.
some of this in there, they're like all willing to watch it again. They like, you want to watch it again? Do you?
No.
Literally.
But you did. But I did name something that you said you were not going to watch. 2 actually.
Which one? What?
You said Power Book 2. You were
Yeah,
not
I'm
watching.
I'm not doing
And
that.
then you said you're not. You been said you weren't watching the Women of the Movement.
No, I didn't.
And that's actually yes,
I
you
didn't say I
did.
was not
The
gonna
last
watch
time I
that.
was here, yes, you did. You said, yeah, I'm probably not.
No,
watching that.
when we
I
spoke
don't even know
about
what it
that,
is.
we said we were trying to
It's
figure
about
out
Emmett Till.
how it was going to operate.
Oh, nah.
That's what we spoke about when we
Nope.
talked about that. It was as far as because it was about Emmett Till's mom, and we didn't know if it was going to be like spread out over a bunch of episodes, and that
Yeah, we did. And you said I'm
Nope.
probably not watching
Nope.
that.
That's
You
a str-
did.
that is
you
a
got to run that back and so you got to run that
Whatever.
back and point that for
Oh,
me.
you just trying to make me go back and actually listen
got
to
to
my
run that
voice
back.
so I can say on this
You got to
episode.
run that back and point that
You
out. to me.
did.
that's a
I just
strong
wanna
no
point
for
it
me.
out.
Okay.
Why? Because it's about him.
Like trauma, man. Got enough of it. It's trauma.
But I like the way the story is being told. So,
I know.
but
the
because
story.
of the trauma is also why I won't sit and watch it the way it's coming out. Like I have to give myself time
Give it a
in
break.
between them.
Mhm.
Time to decompress.
Yeah.
good.
Okay, Shanni, hit me.
Well, people are watching Archive 81.
Did you start?
Archive 81. I
That's
saw on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't seen it yet, but
I
that's
started
seen
it.
that.
Okay.
What is that?
It says an archivist takes a job restoring damaged videotapes and gets pulled into the vortex of a mystery involving the missing
Archivist.
director. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm one of the ones
All right.
today that
Okay.
can't read.
All right.
That's why I stopped.
You stupid.
Oh, you know what's coming back?
You should
Next
watch
month?
Ozark, bro.
Snowfall.
Snowfall is coming back.
Snowfall is coming back. That's
It's a
my
trailer. The
shit.
trailer just came out too.
Yes, that's my shit.
You cuss?
I love.
She
But see, I'm not
cussing
putting quarters in, so but that's my shit
No,
right
I'm just
there.
messing with her. Y'all
I
missed the
can't
whole thing.
wait for that to come back out.
Me
Snowfall is coming. The
Catch up.
Boys is coming back too.
I
Told
haven't
you.
seen that.
You was right.
Yep.
No, you was right on Snowfall. I knew about The Boys was the one.
Oh,
was
I
talking
thought-
about. You was
thought I meant
I told
The
you it was
Boys
too
as
fast,
well.
and you was like, "No, it's about to come back."
Yeah. The Boys is
I was
shit.
wrong.
Don't be a
It's coming
cut.
back. I'm happy.
Shout out to my
Okay,
baby.
have you seen
No.
Our Kind of People?
I was just about to say
I
that.
actually like that
What's
show.
that? What
It's
is that?
black.
And you said you would not watch it. When it first came out, I did tell you
What
about
is
that
it?
show. It's about basically these black upper class people, but there's a
Oh, on
person
Channel
that
11?
goes- Yeah, and
I
you
don't
said
watch-
you weren't
no,
gonna
I'm not
watch it, but
watching
it's actually pretty good though.
I'm not watching that.
It is, especially the daddy.
Stop asking for suggestions if you're gonna turn your nose up at everything.
They
And that's
both
a
I
good
don't
doing-
want to
one.
play
I've
this
heard
game
some.
no more.
I've heard some things
Hey,
that I was
they both
on.
doing the same thing. You notice that, right? To each other. She's not watching
It's
God.
silly.
He ain't watching none of her.
No, I'm
but
watching
I
that.
don't. There's
She
some
named a
things
bunch
he
of-
suggested I would watch.
And she named a bunch. I said I would do with Abbott. All of them.
I
Watch
like
the
Abby.
Golden Palace.
Watch Rick and Morty.
What's the
That-
Golden Palace?
Yeah. And hey, I'm on it right now. I told y'all I'll be watching them Golden Girl reruns.
It
Golden
happened
Palace
after
came
the Golden
it.
Oh
Girls.
no, we don't know.
And it's got Don Cheadle, young Don Cheadle.
I'm not rolling.
Young Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
That's like a throwback show.
Yeah.
No man, give me new stuff.
But I like a lot of
Are you in the
old
clause?
Give me new stuff, huh?
Are you in the clause?
I
It's a
want
new
to
season of Claws.
Yes.
I've
Yep,
seen
that's
enough of
coming
that
back.
where I would start that from the beginning.
The new
I like
season
Clause.
is here.
Because I watched it in the beginning, but I need to I need to start from there and then because it's gang. That's kind of
The
gangster.
new season is
Sarah
here.
needs some
Also,
ass
did you ever
titties.
watch the Wonder
I'm
Years?
not doing this. Wonder Years is very good.
It is. I saw one episode. It was.
It's
it
very
measures up.
good.
I watched the
measures
Wonder Years
up.
too.
It's a good
Nigga,
one.
Ozark.
Ozark, I need the episodes to stack up.
It's the 7. They got the last half.
I need the other what's coming behind that.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck
You
bro.
watch the one Chicago
No.
shows?
Oh no, I'm not doing those.
Really?
Those
Chicago
old,
PD is good.
those old NBC Chicago
Chicago
hospital
PD is good.
police shows. I don't.
But it's good.
I'm gonna tell you, network
I like the
TV's writing is not good enough to hold my attention most times. So no
Yeah,
Chicago
No, and I
Fire.
agree, but I actually like Chicago PD. I feel like their
No Chicago
stories
PD.
aren't like, the SVU. Like for me, I actually like the writing.
No
all
Chicago
those,
And it's only
all
one
those,
black person.
all those network police
All-
shows and all that. That's not my vibe.
Yeah.
That's the only police show I watch.
That's not my
I know you
Oh,
do
go ahead, I'm sorry.
animation. It's okay. You do animation. Did you watch Solar Opposites?
Yes.
Didn't finish it.
Hold on, I
I
want to
have
make
no
sure
more
I give you the
suggestions
right
for you.
name.
I've given
Thank you.
I
You
got
you
one
give-
for you.
You've given me several,
I got one
and
for
you
you.
giving the people several.
Grand. Hold on, but I want to make sure I got the name right.
Oh, the grand.
I'm
fucking
loving
something.
it.
I know what you about to bring up. No, it's full of niggas.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
What?
Grand Crew.
Yeah, and I
The
like
what?
it. I actually used to go to church with one of the leads.
Grand
I
Crew
like them.
with Nicole Byer and them other.
Is that on Hulu?
I think it's good.
It's
It
on
comes on
NBC.
NBC.
It do come on Hulu.
But
They
it's
do
on
stream it
Hulu.
on Hulu though.
Yeah.
And I like the way they portray the black men though. It's not like all the guys are
I couple
different.
that with Abbott Elementary.
I got one more.
Well, I got one more too.
Keenan. That shit was funnier than I
I didn't
expected.
watch that,
No.
but
I saw
That
I've
shit
seen it.
cool.
I don't
will.
I
think
saw
it's
it when
that
it was
funny.
coming
It's
on.
funny. You know, from
Final
Keenan?
season of Walking Dead. If you
You
into
ain't
that,
black enough?
And
I stopped The
I've
Walking
seen every
Dead after
episode,
season
and it still
3. It
hasn't
was hard
got
for me to still be entertained by it. And I've tapped in and seen episodes since then. I know different little landmarks.
the
My
story
brother,
get
my
good.
brother watches it. It just didn't.
Do you
it
watch
just
The
didn't hold me.
Neighborhood?
It didn't hold my interest. No, I'm not watching.
The
it.
Cedric
Cedric
It's
the
funny.
Entertainer?
Yeah, I think it's funny.
Hell no.
Cedric and
I'm
his
not
family
watching
be
that.
cracking me up. I
Hell
like
no.
it.
Nah, man, I'm
That
not
shit
watching
is
it.
shut.
You
I don't-
know
Oh
what?
boy from that's what old boy from the new girl. Right?
I'm not gonna insult your TV
No, but
taste
let
by
me
telling
tell
you
you,
what I think
I
about
actually
that.
like that show. But there is a show that has come out that I see people tweet about and I think is garbage. And that's that new Steve Harvey with being a judge show. Like my mom sits and watches it, and I just happen to catch an episode, and it's trash.
I feel like
trash.
I feel like you've gotten to a certain point when you play a judge on TV.
Yeah, me too. When I saw the commercial for that, I'm like, oh, that's what we doing.
I don't like Steve Harvey. He's not entertaining.
That's what we doing. I think he's funny on Family Feud.
I think it's a dick.
I think he's funny on Family Feud.
I like Family Feud, but he's not the best host that they've had.
He does have like a shtick on there. Like you kind of know like what he's gonna do. Like, oh, they said something sexual. You know how he's gonna act. But sometimes it's funny.
You know what? As a person who has loved Family Feud since
Richard Dawson was trying kissing bitches.
He's not my favorite host. But sometimes I will watch it for the families because them families be fun.
I don't watch it enough to really make a
I
judgment.
think Richard Dawson was giving bitches herpes.
I'll go with what you're saying. I can't really.
I do because my mom sometimes, when she cooking, that be the thing that's on. I just be chilling.
Okay. Dope. Question.
Answer.
Are stereotypes racist?
They can be.
Yeah, they can be.
They can be.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
It depends on the stereotype.
It depends on the situation. Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the stereotype.
Depends. I'll say there's some truth to most of them though.
Like what? All niggas like watermelon?
Only because only because it's a broad stroke. So if you fucking say it, then some people can automatically fall into the category.
Okay, so I got a question. Are generalizations racist?
Generalizations can be also.
Are stereotypes and generalizations the same thing?
That's all they are.
And that's why my answer didn't change. I said they can be. But it depends on what it is and the context that you're using.
I think a stereotype is a generalization that you believe in and you enforce.
Yeah, but a lot of sometimes that shit don't be true. Every black person don't like watermelon and grape soda.
But that's why it's a stereotype. I personally don't eat watermelon.
I love me some watermelon. I'm sorry.
And
I'm not a big watermelon guy.
But I love watermelon, but they don't.
I'll fuck some watermelon.
I'm not a big melon guy.
They said like all Asians can't drive, but them niggas be doing the shit out that Fast and Furious shit at the exact same time. It's an oxymoron and it makes no sense. All black girls don't have fat asses. Some don't have
stereotypes in its essence aren't racist, but sometimes they can be. Sometimes they can be.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, man, this shit is like based on things that we've seen over and over.
But
yes and no.
But back to these fat asses.
A lot of times, I said. Not every time. A lot of times. Things,
because back to these fat asses. You see that now more than you did back then.
Well, I've ran into a lot of women through my 46 years, and I guess let's say 10 years home when I've been paying attention.
He said it's like saying all black girls have fat asses.
It's not true.
I don't think that's true, but I'm saying you do see a lot more women with fat asses than not.
Respecting where you stand on the issue as a man, I've been looking at asses for a while, and it's always varied because there's no absolutes.
I see too many people getting BBLs.
Well,
this is what I know for a fact. Because I've had
that's different
because I'm talking about real ass.
I'm talking about in general.
Well, I'm just saying because coming from somebody that's had ass all their life, I know for a fact when I was growing up, all these hoes didn't have ass. So
it's a thing now.
Yeah. Okay.
And body augmentation is a thing
Stereotype generalization. All black men got big dicks.
Y'all definitely damn sure don't.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So there's no truth to that. All right. Shit. That's what I'm saying.
The reason why I say though that it just depends and how you're using it is because still to y'all thing with the asses, it was a generalization that black women in general just had a little different, more curves than you saw people of other nationalities or ethnicities. So I wouldn't necessarily say, like, if somebody said, oh, black women got fat asses, I wouldn't necessarily say that was a negative stereotype, right? Unless you were putting it in a negative connotation.
They're not all negative. I mean, it's stereotypical to believe that black men or black people are better athletes, but if you look at most sports, it's proven to be true for the most part.
And to her point about the curves, it typically, I know you agree with this, even if it's not big, all of them are not flat ass.
I'm not agreeing nor disagreeing. I'm just saying there's no absolutes. That's all I'm saying. There's no absolutes. You lie 10 black
all
women up in the room.
It depends on the situation.
Somebody's gonna have a flat ass.
I mean, it depends on how much they weigh.
That's all I'm saying. There's no absolutes.
People in different stages of their life are built different. There's a lot of different factors.
I can't dance or play basketball, and I'm black, and I'm tall. So, that's a stereotype. They would believe I could do all three.
But see, and again,
Stereotypically,
you could turn that
right?
into a negative because when you have kids who you're like, oh, you're tall, you can't be nothing but a basketball player because black people are dumb.
No, that's what
then that makes it a negative stereotype compared to when I see a tall person, a tall dude, and he go into the park. I might assume he go play basketball because most basketball players I see are tall.
And most people, and most people assumed I could. Or in conversation in the market, or you play ball, then you know I fucking suck. Terrible.
If they never knew that you were a rapper, would they think that you were a rapper?
I don't know, not in today's standards, probably a couple years ago when it was more, I'll fit what that demographic was at that time. Yeah, today I wouldn't think so. I'm somebody's daddy right now that still do it.
But rappers can you just see someone to know that they're a rapper?
No.
Without them having
Not in my opinion.
rapper uniform?
But I've heard clear people say, oh, I think that's a rapper.
And
that's what she means by it, where you could take something that should not be a negative stereotype and it becomes a narrative.
But it's just perception. That's where they all come from. That's where they all come from. It's how they see you, and then they lump you in. That's how you get a stereotype.
And that's why they can be racist.
I mean, we do the same thing.
Oh, they can be racist. They can be sexist. They can be. They can be a lot of things.
We do the same
anything.
thing. Tell me you ain't see somebody like, oh, that don't look like old serial killer.
We all
People
generalize.
do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we all do it.
People do it.
And that's why it's not a
Yes, but if I were to say that, I wouldn't necessarily say that that's racist. Like, I would not.
Okay.
But still, it's a generalization.
Serial killers ain't black. I've heard people say that.
Mm-hmm.
But they are, though.
They're not.
But they are, though.
There are some. There are.
I don't put crazy past no race.
I do agree with you.
Hey, man, look. Somebody that got 5 drive-bys, is that a serial killer?
Yep.
Really?
Mass murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put him in a murder category, but I guess for me, serial killer. But see, that's because again, definition and how you view things. For me, serial killers are them people that like.
That's how it's sold.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying I wouldn't have put that. I never thought of them as serial killers. When I thought of a serial killer.
If you can shoot out of a car multiple times, killing multiple people with no remorse, and then run around like your life is normal.
Remember the situation? I don't remember the name, but when the DC sniper,
yeah,
that was drive-bys. It was, it's categorized different, but that was just drive-by killings. They was hiding in the car and you couldn't see them popping out the window, and they wasn't yelling. They set out the car. It was the same thing.
But I'm not touching.
And that was considered a serial killer.
I think what people see.
I'm just saying that was considered a serial killer.
Right.
In
no, I'm saying when you said that, it made me think like I guess it could be. It just never. That was.
I'm just making reference to the actions. I'm not even getting into what happened. Just for the actions.
No, I'm saying in my head, I get what you guys are saying. So by definition, it could be. But I guess because I don't want to say I put them in categories, but I guess the way murders are done and how. No, I'm saying the way the murders are done, I would put them in mass murder category before I put them in serial killer because of what in my mind I look as a serial killer to be.
Well, what constitutes mass?
Multiples,
right? And that's the same thing.
It's on a wide.
Yeah, I'm saying I think the difference between mass murder and serial is how many things occurred at once. A serial killer is like this serial. That means it's something.
It's a series of events.
A series of events. Versus a
mass is a room. Columbine.
One particular situation.
Yeah.
Columbine massacre.
All of these current school shootings, all that would be mass.
But like that Jeffrey Dahmer, to me, that's a serial killer. I would not have considered him a mass murderer like Dylan Roof.
What about the Atlanta?
Yes.
Which is different to me.
What would you classify the Atlanta child murderer as? I know you know about him.
Because I don't remember him.
You don't remember him?
No.
He was a black serial killer.
I don't remember that story though.
Yes.
Okay, so all in all, we kind of agree. Stereotypes can be racist, but not necessarily racist. Because sometimes you hear as soon as someone says something is a stereotype, they say that's racist. Like, when any type of generalization, even if it's not necessarily negative, people, once you put people in a category, they like, oh, that's racist. You can't say that.
But you know what I don't like is when people do that and they know they mean it in a racist way, and then when somebody calls them out for being racist, then they're like, oh, y'all call everything racist. I see that a lot, especially on TV now.
I hate that, but I hate also when people cast things as racist that aren't necessarily racist. It may just be like a generalization.
That's what I'm saying.
And then because that diminishes other claims, it diminishes serious claims.
I just hate when you're not sensitive to the possibility. Some shit is cultural that could come off as stereotypical to the ignorant. Just be aware that, hey, I might view it this way, and if I'm offensive with said view. It's not my intention.
Personally, I think things that are racist. I mean, like, I think like it's prejudice. It's things that can more affect you and how people go about it. But that's a different conversation.
Right. The way I think about shit can't be racist. It's more stereotypical or generalization.
Yeah. You know, once you start can affect my life, I think that's when it's the stakes change. Byron Allen, $10 billion lawsuit against McDonald's was approved by a judge. He is suing their ass.
He be coming up on money, bro.
I don't think people realize how much money Byron Allen has.
He do.
Why
and
is he
do
suing
him wrong,
them?
he gonna get that money.
He is suing them for their advertising practices. He has his own network, and he is suing them because of the allocation of money spent advertising on black broadcasters. He's saying that they just, the
and this ain't the first time he's done it, I don't think. And I like it that he's really.
I mean, I don't know all the laws in regards to this, but
What does he do with all this money?
I mean,
he does employ other people, which he does that
Yeah,
because he had a network.
I don't know, so I'm asking.
always has, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. I like him.
And he's suing their ass. And
I
the
think
judge
he
approved
should.
it, so they saying that it's a merit to his claims. And I'm just like you said, he's always doing something. I just wanted to bring it up because he is always.
He's trying to. If he has been play fair, he coming at.
And he started as a stand-up comedian. I don't know if people know that. But
he's still on a game show that's supposed.
He keeps a game show on television.
That nigga is always on TV when you wake up at 3 a.m.
Hey, he keeps a show in syndication.
Yep.
Right. A comedy show, a few different little situations. He remember all your life he been doing like press junkets.
Yep.
Right, the little interviewing people like for the movies, sitting there doing all and all those things is just pretty much them like sitting at a place, and the actors got to pretty much just go to all of those different people and do those interviews over and over and over again. Do you know that? Like the little things? That's crazy. And he's always done that. Yeah, Byron Allen's dope.
I say get that money.
And he's always kind of been, and people, when we were more the people kind of talking down on ours that are successful, he was kind of looked at as like whitewash. But no, man, he been getting to that chicken for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And he, like I said, he employs a lot of people that some people would have never gave a chance to.
Yeah.
So,
chicken. Speaking
I
of,
say get it. Other people be getting that money, so get it.
Speaking of chicken, I'm hungry.
Okay. One more thing. A few people's making reference to this, so I'm gonna just say what y'all think about it. Swiss Beats thinks that Busta Rhymes should go against Eminem in a versus.
It's a no for me.
It's a no for Shanni.
Strong no for me.
Strong no, and I don't even have to ask Taz because anything they got to do with Eminem, she is probably opposed to. I'm not going to even look at her all the way. I can tell that she is opposed to it if Eminem is involved. Am I correct?
Yes, I don't like Eminem. I never had.
Hey, well, they still Swiss thinks.
What's yours?
I think that stylistically it might be an all right matchup.
You always doing that. You answer the questions too.
I know, because that's what I'm here to do. Sometimes
I think it's a waste of both of their potential in the matchup.
The two ain't even.
It'll be a waste. You said all right, and I think all right, busting the all right matchup is a waste of busting the verses if it to be all right.
I think this is what I think. Eminem's early music, I think, could probably stand up to Busta in the verses. But it's kind of hard for Eminem to credibly get that stuff off in my eyes.
I guess I just wish that the verses wasn't based. I guess I wish that the verses wasn't based on like how many hits, and I wish it was based more on like somebody that would actually be on the same level per se as for talent.
It is,
but it's not always. It's not.
It gets
Not
lopsided,
always.
but I think that's always the goal.
Wait, when you say it's not, who's not talented?
Because you got to think.
No, but she's saying like you wouldn't necessarily match them. Like for me,
I think they're similar.
Listen,
No.
in a way you would, because performance-wise, Busta Rhymes one of the best performers to do a live, but Eminem is no slouch as far as a live performance neither.
But I'm saying I don't think they always get it right.
They both got the rapid fire.
They don't always get it right.
It'd be different errors and
Yeah.
stuff, and I wish it was like.
Like okay, when Earth, Wind, and Fire for me, when it gets the Isley Brothers, right? That's not a matchup I would have done. I would have did Earth, Wind, and Fire versus like Frankie Beverly, and I would have did the Isley Brothers against like what's the OJs or somebody. Like that's how I would have done
You would
that.
put a group against the soul, Frankie Beverly.
And Maze.
And
That's what I'm saying. I would have put Earth, Wind, and Fire against them.
What I said is that's the attempt. I'm not saying they've always got
right.
it.
No, and I was just saying I agree with her. They don't always get it right.
But all right, but still.
I'm about to look this shit up.
But still, Busta Rhymes and Eminem, like I said, stylistically, they take a lot of the same approaches. Like I said, I think it'd be hard for Eminem to get off a lot of that early music. But if he was able to use a lot of that early music, I don't think it would be a bad matchup.
I wouldn't watch it. Like, that's why I don't have a comment on that.
And they're basically the same era as far as their primes, as far as when they were doing what they were doing. I don't think even the time period that they match up with is different.
Well,
Busta Rhymes definitely started a lot earlier than Eminem, but Busta Rhymes, the meat of his career, he took a hiatus. The meat of his career was not long before Eminem.
But I'm saying I like Busta's music, but that's a matchup I would not watch even to watch Busta. I would go back and watch the highlight clips.
You'll miss a lot because the features on both of those was crazy. But I just don't. I'm with Taz in the essence where I just don't. I can go without Eminem in that space. Also, not to be in now. Well, I don't want to bring that up into it, but I thought that was our space. That brings up the debate.
Well, that's never been defined, but I can understand where you're coming from. That's never been truly defined. It started out as a beat battle.
Yeah.
Really. You know what I'm saying? So
he would be the first one.
To put that on it.
He would be the first non-melanated guest.
But he is amongst that as far as just when we look at hip-hop in general.
He is a member of the culture. He's not a guest here. I would also say that. But yeah, I wouldn't want that one. I still want Busta Rhymes and Missy, but that still ain't it either. Busta and both of them are hard matchups.
That would be good.
Missy got too many singing songs that would affect that. I think that throws it off. I think that like visually they match up, but like going back musically, I don't think.
Can't both Busta and Missy put Janet out on the stage as a feature though? Like they got heavy feature work.
Yeah, I'm just saying as far as the tone, the songs would be weird going back and forth between a bunch of rap songs and mostly singing songs.
Nobody want to hear my name.
But no, I will ask this though, which kind of went back to what we said. Are you going to watch the Janet documentary?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Yes. It's on this weekend. It's on this weekend. I'm going to watch it.
I'm loving that.
I'm going to wait till Sunday till they all add up.
Watch both?
Yeah, but I'm going to watch it. I love Janet Jackson.
I do too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say something that you know what? You tell me just say shit and don't care what the listeners think sometimes. I was watching part of Tiffany Cross's show today, and she brought up the Janet Jackson documentary. And it was actually an Asian guy who was talking about in his family, like his kids, you got to know who Janet is because that's major to him, Mm-hmm. And he said something that made people already go to attack him. His thing was that, in his opinion, there'd be no Beyonce had there not been Janet first. On so many levels.
That's possible.
People who I think they forget that there is a generational difference, they automatically go, no. And it's like, nah, if you really, really, really look at Janet's career.
Janet Jackson was a thing.
She laid it down and don't get
Janet
her
Jackson
props.
is a Jackson. That's is
right.
Michael Jackson's sister.
But she don't get the props she should.
This is the thing. Like, I don't even know how that would make fucking news because that's not even a slight. And Beyonce would tell you that's a fact.
That's
and
just,
two, I'm not watching the documentary.
Her Beehive people, though.
That's
but
I don't want to
that's
attack,
stupid.
But they can be weirdos.
That's weird, but I'm just okay. But yeah.
Wait, in the words of Shanni, can they be goofy sometimes?
They can come on, man. They can come get in a weird space.
I know that, but it just makes no good human sense to me.
But I'm just saying, I'm liking all this press she's getting. I'm liking to feel like she's getting what she desires.
Good,
because she's a queen. Like I love it.
I mean, if you can go back to like Control and all that, it's no way that you can look at Beyonce and then not say that some of that influence didn't come from Janet Jackson.
I agree. That's why I think the babies sometimes need to go through their history. I do.
No, it's just that they don't really care about much that happened before them,
and that is so true.
And they get to arguing about stuff that they really don't know about.
I must interject.
What?
Because we didn't give a fuck about too much ahead of us.
No, I won't say that.
I say it was.
That's
I say
not
it was
how
different.
I grew up.
I say it was different. Even our music is more influenced than the music by the music.
Influence, but niggas wasn't over there checking to see what the deal was with Otis Redding, nigga. Nobody was digging that deep. The fuck? Like we always say, the young don't check back, but niggas wasn't over there checking that far back.
Some producers were though.
No, I'm just saying, like it's a bad rap. It's a bad rap because I can tell you, as a youth, as a kid, a musician, I didn't give a fuck about Marvin Gaye. That was my mama's shit.
You was tripping then.
You know, like I can enjoy it, but you think I know the knowledge on that nigga like that?
I
didn't. So it's like we always say to kids, they don't do their homework. Niggas wasn't doing their homework.
I think we came up different and we knew different with our music. And also it wasn't as much as it is now. And so the knowledge, it didn't spread as thin as it spreads now.
Let me tell you why I say that. Just this recently, with Black History Month coming up and stuff, and I typically teach at a predominantly Black school, so it's always Black History stuff coming up. And I asked the kids, I said, now that we're going into the month, tell me who some people you already know you're going to hear about. They said the usuals, Martin Luther King, all that stuff. I said, okay, well, we're going to play a game. There's a game called Kahoot. Another teacher that already did that was supposed to be based on Black music history alone. And even when it came up, who is the king of pop? And it gave the 4 suggestions. I had more kids who said Prince because Prince has died so much closer to their, their age. They were just like, oh, that's what they called Michael Jackson. So that's why I'm saying it is a difference.
I mean, look, when I was coming up, like depending on who you were around, people listen to older stuff. I came up around my pops. When I went to my grandmother's house, everything that they were playing and listening to at that point was older, right? And so that's all it is. I mean, they put you up. You grew up with that music differently than they grow up with that music now.
I agree.
And so you, like I said, you weren't fighting it that much when they say the Temptations is better. I'm not saying that. When you say New Edition is influenced by the Temptations,
oh hell yeah,
I can understand it. I'm not fighting you. No, they wasn't. They never.
But they be fighting you how dare you say that Janet came before Beyonce?
We were exposed. We were exposed to the earlier music different, a lot different than they are now.
So they mamas ain't playing their shit in the car when they little neither, right? It's a bash to the youth that I really feel is unclear and unfair.
Things
are more critique.
Things over the past. Things are like have taken on much more of a current.
Niggas know about the Temptations because it was a movie.
But they don't have. But here's what I'm saying. Not true. That's not how I knew about them. But the respect level is different.
You fucking with me.
The respect level is different because you think about coming up with hip hop and stuff, and they doing the samples and stuff, and then you be like, "Oh, that was Betty White's song." Okay, but with them, what's the sample? You can tell them no, like 3 other people then did this song before you got this, and they don't know.
We know all that old shit, bro.
Right.
We
and we respect it, I think, differently than what this generation does.
We know all that old shit.
They do.
To piggyback and change it, I found out that I was getting older when I keep hearing all this shit remade, and I'm like, I don't like this shit.
Now, 90s shit is stuff that gets sampled now.
It's bothering me.
We're 20 years removed.
I actually made a post the other day and I said, is 90s music now considered oldies?
It's getting, we talked about that one day.
Yeah, because I told you I go to an old school concert in Atlanta and they do 90s
We talked about that on here one day a long time ago. It's like at what point does stuff starts getting into that realm? But
my friend said yes, it's considered classics.
Depending on who you depending on who you're talking to.
Look in the rooms you in, and if you're the oldest motherfuckers in said room, then the music you listening to by the young people standards will be oldies. It just plays that way. So if you and your girls are oldest ones, say y'all fucking house sitting
depends on who you're talking to.
And it's a bunch of like 14-year-old girls there. Y'all shit is oldies.
So then what is
I think ask them 14-year-old.
Them is the oldies but goodies. And that ain't gonna never change for me.
Oldies.
That's your time frame.
No, I'm saying with the way that they recategorize things, and I get where you're coming from because to them it seems old. Hey. But if I'm gonna categorize it, 90s will never be the oldies but goodies.
Hey, look,
they can be classic, but they gonna never be oldies.
They start getting they can be oldies.
No, I'm saying
they start getting into golden classics territory. We start putting more on it. You're like,
that shit that our mom and them listen to is ancient.
We're gonna be 80, and the music from the 90s is gonna be golden classics.
I mean, think about that stuff that you used to hear when like you lived, like the oldies from when you were young, like
and they still the oldies but goodies too.
Yeah,
but imagine how you hear that, and imagine too how your nephew hears that.
Exactly.
He's like, oh my god,
when you're like Subway 702, you go back. High school dancers or whatever the fuck. That's a oldie, motherfucker.
Do y'all think Back That Ass Up will be...
Yes.
what I'm about to say.
Well, all of that. There are people going to be hearing it years from now.
And it's still going to be
that's going to be the one that's going to make
20 years from now.
Look, it's a few songs that do that even to the old folks. When they hear that, they be like, oh, once that song come on,
ain't no stopping us now. You ain't never seen how old people act when ain't no stopping us.
No.
Hey, they get out there with that
I'm talking about
shit.
the ones that get still would get like the grannies in them.
Yeah, that's
ain't
what
no
I'm
stopping
saying.
us now.
Those
It's one.
songs be getting great. I'm telling y'all.
I'm going older than that. That's the 80s.
You know what?
Ain't no stopping us now. It's the 80s. I'm talking about that stuff from the 70s.
Well, like
60s.
fucking, them motherfuckers just ain't around too much longer though.
Man,
you talking about like the James Brown crowd?
Let me say this.
All of that after that, all of that, the Isaac Hayes crowd, all of that.
Yeah, when I go to homecoming, right? You have a span of the generations that are there, and I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Doing the Bump comes on, that's like everybody. It's all ages, and them old people will show you up when it comes to that song.
When they hear something like bump, 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 bump. Bump,
Yeah.
bump, bump, bump. They like, oh.
Man,
That's gonna be you when you hear.
That's
Hey, look,
inside
PK.
hit,
Doom,
and they be like,
PK.
hey.
Look, and this is 80s, so you know, right? Nigga, when that Candy and all that
Oh,
type
hell
of
yeah.
hey,
Yes.
they start being like, hey, I remember the dance floor, the cocaine, all that. That's when it's going down.
When them songs come on sometimes, and my mama be in like the living room and she get to dancing, it be them things that make you go, "Ma, for real."
Alexander O'Neal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right.
Yes.
All right. Y'all ready to go?
Hell yeah.
Cass is ready to eat.
Me and him both.
Eat, make my stop, get back to my part of the world, all that shit, man.
All
I'm
right,
always on the
let's
clock.
get it. I'm going to spin it around, give him the thing. Before we do that, I want to say to make sure that you tap into our YouTube at www.youtube.com/Deez Ninjas Network. Make sure that you tap into our social medias at Deez Ninjas Pod. Cash, let him go.
What up, Vern? What up, Vernon? Either one works. Hit me up. This is Travel, February 25th, new project. Fuck with me.
Hey.
Have a good week.
That shit around the corner right there.
Be here before you know it.
Hey, Taz, where you at?
I am on Twitter and Instagram at Mocha Vibes. That's VYBEZ. On Twitter, it's _ between the two. And before you send it around, I got a shout out. I'll let her hear this part. Happy birthday, mommy! It's my mom's
Happy
birthday
birthday,
this weekend.
mommy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, mommy. And Taz feet does not touch the ground off the couch. Continue.
All right. And Shanni Love. Shots fired. Shanni Love.
First of all, I'd like to hear about this project, but you can follow me at Love So Outspoken. That's IG.
Yeah, y'all heard that, right? She ain't subtle. All right. And I am Club Dynamite, the coolest ninja you know. Change the U to a V. Real simple. Get with us. We appreciate all you, my ninjas that's listening. Shout out to Nikki Savage. Shout out to Vacation Barb. You feel me? Shout out to Extendo Guy. Shout out to Fetty Clay.
Cash, take us out with a freestyle.
Negative.
No freestyle?
Not at
You
all.
sure?
Positivity.
Can we do that 1 week?
I don't know
Thinking
when.
of a master plan.
What?
Shani, you rap, so you got one too.
My
Let's
Cash
play
don't want
games.
to rap.
You the rapper, I'm the singer.
Nah,
My Cash
I'm
don't want
just
to
good
rap.
with the pen. I'm not
You
fucking.
said niggas don't
Alright,
even
man.
know that you rap by looking at you, so
That's
freestyle.
good. That's good enough for. I don't need
Stay
niggas
cool
to
with the
rap.
cucumber, boy. Won't
Cool
rap,
as a
boy.
motherfucking
I'm gonna tell
cucumber.
y'all I don't freestyle, but I am the beast at being a shower singer. I just want y'all to know.
Do you
that.
beatbox?
No. But I can hit them levels. I be in there sounding like Mariah.
That
I'm
shower
just telling you.
it's a different energy, ain't it?
Hell yeah.
The acoustics.
Yeah.
Hey, use your voice recorder. Play when you get out. Holla at us.
All right, and we are out.
Peace.
Fat burger. I don't know why.